Et coucou tout le monde, c'est Kuro. On va recommencer sur Chicken Police. J'espère que vous m'entendez bien. Shiro a refait des réglages sur le son. Il m'a rajouté un filtre passe haut. Donc on enlève un petit peu tout ce qui est en dessous de 100 kHz ou 100 Hz d'ailleurs. Ouais. 100 Hz. Ouais, il me souffle 100 Hz. Ouais, normalement je poupe moins. Whatever it means. De l'art, ce screen d'attente. Oui, il est magnifique. Et surtout, il est maintenant optimisé. Enfin, optimisé. Mieux optimisé, disons. Dans le sens où j'ai rajouté des directives pour que le browser sache à l'avance ce qui change et puisse optimiser un petit peu le bazar. Bon. On verra si ça marche. Puis bon, si ça marche pas, je reconvertirai en vidéo. Coucou Emilia. Oui, bah, ce sont les dessous du stream. Bref, donc je vais couper la musique. On va pouvoir repartir sur le jeu. Hop, on va mettre le jeu en plein écran. Et peut-être je vais faire un petit récapitulatif de ce qui s'est passé lors des streams précédents. Alors je me souviens déjà plus. Mais en gros, on est un poulet, littéralement et figurativement. On travaille dans la police. Et à l'origine, il y a une personne qui vient nous voir, qui s'appelle Déborah, parce que sa patronne a reçu des menaces. Sa patronne qui est en couple avec un mafieux, le plus gros mafieux de la ville, on va dire. Et en gros, les menaces, c'est des briques lancées sur ses fenêtres, c'est le mot « war » écrit sur son mur, etc. etc. Et donc on commence à enquêter là-dessus, et puis Déborah se fait assassiner. Et donc on pense que c'est un message pour sa patronne, mais on ne sait pas encore vraiment pourquoi. Le fameux, donc on a aussi un coéquipier, voilà, avec qui on s'est réconcilié au début de l'aventure. Voilà, on sait pas trop pourquoi ils se sont fâchés. Apparemment, notre coéquipier nous a tiré dessus il y a longtemps avec un fusil à pompe, mais on ne sait pas vraiment pourquoi. J'imagine qu'on va le découvrir à un moment du scénario. Et les derniers rebondissements, ah oui, on avait découvert une sorte de liste de noms haut placés, et une carte qui permet d'accéder à un bordel. Donc voilà. Donc je suppose que ça va être ça la suite de l'aventure. Est-ce que le son du jeu n'est pas trop fort par rapport à ma voix? Je vois, Shiro me fait un pouce levé en temps réel, c'est parfait. Donc on va pouvoir continuer l'aventure. Un téléphone. Attendez. Je sais pas pourquoi le jeu me relance sur un téléphone. Alors, essayons de revoir l'inventaire. Ah oui, il y avait aussi ce morceau de tableau qu'on avait trouvé donc, sur la scène de crime où Déborah a été assassinée. Une sorte de coin d'un tableau avec un petit gribouillis rouge, on ne sait pas trop ce que c'est. Ça, c'est la fameuse liste de noms. Et ça, c'est la carte qui permet d'entrer dans le bordel dont je vous parlais. Donc c'est un jeu qui est très furie. Voilà notre coéquipier Marty, notre propriétaire, donc celui qui est propriétaire de l'hôtel dans lequel on loge, Lewis. Et du coup, je me souviens plus ce qu'on devait faire. Comme le jeu ne me permet pas de me déplacer, je déduis que nous n'avons pas fini les dialogues ici.
Look, I'm sorry I dragged you into this, Marty.
Oui, on a une excellente régie.
And Laura.
Très, comment on dit, proactive.
She's used to it. Every New Year's the same. You know, since that special one.
Don't say it.
That bloody New Year's. Yeah. So Laura's probably at home, waiting for me on the couch, staring into a candle and killing a bottle of wine. Or two.
You can get out of this any time. You know that, don't you?
If you start something, finish it, right? Let's just make it through alive, okay? Or Laura will bite off my head. Literally.
I'm on it, partner.
Ok, donc oui, je précise, on est le jour de l'an. On est dans une sorte de ville alternative qui s'appelle... j'ai carrément oublié le nom de la ville, c'est terrible. Hein. Qui s'appelle Clowville. Donc qui est une sorte de... Ouais, qui est dirigée par un roi, donc il y a une sorte de monarchie. Oups. Non. Non. Ah!
Thanks, Lewis. Again.
Oh, don't mention it.
Oh, j'ai oublié de passer en plein écran puisque j'ai aussi corrigé le plein écran.
Serious case.
Well, let's hope you can help. What can you tell me about this list, old pal?
Donc là, il parle de la liste de noms.
Well,
Well, these names. I know half of them personally. Maybe even more.
Ouais, donc Lewis fait partie d'une sorte de famille haut placée, mais du coup, il s'est très endetté, donc il est globalement ruiné. C'est un peu l'idée.
I knew it.
But I have no idea what kind of list this is.
here we go.
But these are all members of the upper class, politicians, business people. Oh my. Even the commander of the Royal Guard.
Damn.
But I really don't know what it means.
So, is it a dead end?
I'm afraid so.
Et oui, c'est... Ah non, ce serait dommage que ce soit lui le tueur. Il est tout chou avec sa petite tête de lapin. Non, mais en fait, ces dialogues, on les avait déjà eus, donc je sais pas bien ce qu'il faut que je fasse. Est-ce que j'ai d'autres options? Je peux pas interroger. Est-ce que... Je peux poser des questions précises à Lewis. Donc Déborah, c'est la personne qui a été assassinée. Ibn, ouais, c'est Ibn, c'est le mafieux, et Natasha, c'est la patronne de Déborah qui est en couple avec Ibn. Peut-être qu'il peut nous donner des informations.
I didn't see her after the show. If I'm not mistaken, she usually leaves when everyone else has already left.
What else do you know about her, Lewis?
Oh, not much. What everybody knows. She was a dancer, then a backing singer, then star, and then club owner.
We found out as much already. Do you think she'd fled the Stavonian massacre? That's why the secrecy.
Do you mean the massacre of the royal family? I'd say her accent is a dead giveaway, and her name too, though it's undoubtedly an alias.
So it's possible that she is a part of the royal family.
I don't think so. Nobody could have survived that awful night.
You're probably right.
J'ai pas l'impression que ça fasse avancer l'intrigue. Fichtre. Il y a quelque chose que je dois
It's a piece
déclencher.
of a painting. Judging by how well it was hidden, I'm sure this is what Natasha wanted to show us. SN. Could be the initials of a person, a place, a company, or a club. Too many possibilities.
I don't know what you said to him, but after you finished, he almost immediately van disappeared.
Ça rentre bien avec le filtre.
Really?
C'est-à-dire le filtre passe haut.
Suspicious.
Ça marche bien avec ma voix.
Or he had business elsewhere. It's New Year's Eve. Everybody's going somewhere.
Ah, j'avoue, la régie mérite un pas de patte.
Deborah, the girl who came to me tonight.
Yes, she's a very lovely young lady.
Where did you take her after you two left?
Coup de régie.
Where she asked me to Flowerville.
Flowerville? Rochester Street 37?
Yes, exactly. Why?
Luck.
Did something happen?
Nothing good, Lewis. Nothing good.
Ah ok, donc en fait c'est que la sauvegarde automatique nous a ramené un peu en arrière. Vous voyez, la dernière fois on avait déjà appris ce qu'était la fameuse carte avec écrit SN. Et du coup ouais, il faut qu'on redéclenche ça.
This?
Oh, my goodness.
I think we have a bingo, gentlemen.
You see, I also have one of these.
A card? Like this? Really?
Yes. It's a membership card to a very exclusive club.
How exclusive?
Very. That's what I'm talking about.
What does SN mean, Lewis?
It's the sweltering Nile.
But that's a...
Well, yes, it's a brothel, but it's not like that. It's something completely different.
Calm down, Lewis. We're not going to tell anybody.
Thank you so much. It is rather embarrassing.
Listen, Lewis. How do we get in?
You want to get in? Well, if you show them this card, they'll surely let you in, but it will be obvious you're not regulars there.
We're used to that.
So, are we going to a luxury brothel?
Correct, Marty. Thanks for the help, Lewis. I owe you one. For the third time today, I think.
Ok.
What should we know about the place, Lewis? Besides what they're dealing in there.
No, it's an elegant and exclusive place. Not everybody visits them for that, you know. Some animals just go for company.
I see. I guess it's mostly visited by the upper class.
Mostly, yes. The wealthy who have a taste.
Yes, of course.
Is it true what they say, that it's some kind of hidden stronghold of the royalists?
The Nile is a proud herald of the coexistence of all the species. Yes, but stronghold? I don't think so.
But the place must be an eyesore for the separatists, right?
Oh, don't worry for the girls, Sonny. They can defend themselves quite well. The separatists wouldn't dare to go near the place.
Well, we'll see what they have to say about these two old cocks.
That was a little bit, equivocal.
Et oui, on avait eu ce dialogue la dernière fois. Je vais tenter un bold move en allumant la machine à laver. Oh mon dieu. Bon bah au moins ça va être un stress test du filtre passe bas, pas du filtre passe haut. Ok. Donc effectivement maintenant on peut se déplacer eh ben, j'imagine au Sweltering Nile. C'est parti. Ah, nouveau chapitre.
Marty's delight. We were heading toward the most exclusive brothel in Clawville. The separatists and those opposing the monarchy hated the place, just like they hated everything that supported interracial relations and peaceful coexistence of all species. So the place wasn't just a brothel, it was a symbol. But just like a brothel is not a worthy symbol, Clawville failed to turn out the way it was intended.
Well, here we are. The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes. We've arrived.
Ah, je vois que nous avons Trigger Nausicaa, qui n'a pas fait sa lessive. Oui, au pire, le son grésillera comme un vrai polar des années 30. En plus, c'est le sèche-linge, donc c'est un son qui est assez grave. Ça ne trigger même pas la noise gate. Oh, c'est fabuleux. Alors, ok. Alors, enfin, Imélia, toi qui n'étais pas là la dernière fois, ce sont effectivement des flics et ils sont assez bof.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood pressure.
J'adore toujours ce qu'ils ont fait avec la photographie.
These brides are elegant, just like Laszlo said.
Lewis.
What do you think could be the old rabbit's type? Fluffy tails, furry ears, a raspy tongue?
Oh, for the love of all the gods, stop it.
But just think about it.
Please shut up, Marty.
Donc là... Ok. C'est très Fury comme jeu. Heureusement que la chaîne est 18+. Ok, donc là c'est que des gens que je peux observer. À elle, je peux lui parler. D'accord. Bon. Je vais pas trop regarder les photos. Ah, strike de chaîne au bout du deuxième stream, ce serait ennuyeux. Donc effectivement, je peux regarder le mec oiseau, mais pas forcément lui parler.
I can see why.
I've always told myself that birds are weird.
What did you just say?
Huh? What? Me? Nothing?
Mais je peux parler au réceptionniste.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Would you be so kind as to help me?
C'est ici le tournage de l'Ondiga.
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress. Would you kindly zip it back up?
Can I, Sonny?
What am I, your
Mon
mother?
Dieu.
Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Clucking lords.
Ah, c'est d'accord, c'est un mini-jeu, ok. Oh là là. Mais du coup, c'est quoi cette jauge? Ah, c'est pour pas faire mal, j'imagine.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces mini-jeux?
Marty, ma'am. Marty McChicken.
C'est pas la mini-jauge.
Darling Marty, I'm much obliged.
Anytime, ma'am. Anytime.
Tu es aussi bon détective que fermeur de robe. Terrible, terrible. Donc on peut parler à la réceptionniste.
Diamond. Welcome to the sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Miss Diamond, I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
If I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptionally wonderful stripes.
Marty, not now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often. Me neither, to be honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen. There's a first time for everyone.
You're
RTX
absolutely
on.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Ah, bah après, moi je vais faire essentiellement des point and click, donc c'est là que le RTX est très important, effectivement.
Deborah. We don't have any employees by that name right now, but if you want, any of our girls would love to be Deborah for a night.
No. Excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
Hear that, Sonny? Any questions?
Shut up, Marty.
Cette enquête dérape à grande vitesse. Donc nous avons une nouvelle personne, hein, effectivement. Ok, pas encore beaucoup d'infos. Mais par contre, je peux lui poser des questions précises désormais. On va commencer par lui poser des questions sur le lieu. Shut up, Marty. Le nouveau nom du stream.
Almost 5 years, sir.
And do you like your job?
Very much so. I think it's only worth doing anything if you honestly enjoy it.
You hear that, Sonny? You should take that advice.
I'm on it, Marty. I'm trying to get myself fired if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, and me too.
Collateral damage.
Ok, on va lui poser des questions sur la liste de noms.
This? I'm not sure. No, nothing.
Don't you see
C'est
some
quoi,
familiar
c'est
names
quoi ce
on
travail de
there?
police nul?
I do, but everybody knows those animals. Personally, I have no contact with any of them.
I see. Oh,
Pas
thank
suspect
you.
du tout comme question. Allez, on va poser une question sur Lewis.
Lewis C. Hayworth.
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular guest at our establishment.
Ah.
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
I can't give you any information about that. House policy.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
If you have any questions of that nature, please come back with a warrant.
Ah, touche.
I wouldn't want to offend you. Far from it. But it's evident you're from the police, even without this.
Sans rien.
Not obvious.
Ah bah vu les questions qu'on a posées, oui.
No, it isn't. But, you know, here in the Nile, we have a keen eye for this kind of thing.
Right. I understand, ma'am.
Ok.
Look, she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will entertain you while you wait. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Much obliged.
Du coup, c'est à partir de combien de subs qu'il y a un live de Layers of Fear ici? Écoutez, si j'ai 20 subs, Shiro fait son live de Layers of Fear. Voilà, on mutualise. Je sais pas. Non, je vais pas tenter les jeux d'horreur tout de suite. Voilà. Ah, merci pour le watch. Ouais, 20 subs à nous deux, et Shiro fait un stream de Layers of Fear et je serai avec lui évidemment. Merci pour le watch. Ok, du coup... Je peux reparler à la femme renard, du coup, voir s'il y a d'autres options de dialogue.
You gentlemen for a drink, perhaps?
No, thank you. We're in a hurry.
Après, Shiro vient de faire The Medium, donc je sais pas si vous avez suivi les lives, mais effectivement, c'est par les créateurs de Layers of Fear et il a beaucoup sursauté.
Oh,
Ok.
Is he a bouncer or a guest? I'd rather not ask.
Est-ce qu'il y a des trucs qu'on peut fouiller à part les photos?
she's what I call an exotic beauty.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Bah, il a dit que ça allait, franchement, vu le nombre de hurlements par, par minute qu'il y a eu.
Hey, every animal's the most beautiful thing in the world to someone.
Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know about you, but I go weak in the knees for stripes.
Please, Marty, I don't want to know. And I don't care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
J'ai eu peur d'une porte dans Control tout à l'heure. On le voit moins sursauter avec l'avatar. Bah oui, c'est vrai. C'est vrai.
You can. Ask about the weather, or how's my lower back. Those two are even connected if you want to know.
What?
Yeah, old fart.
Ok, donc j'ai un peu tout regardé. Je peux pas poser d'autres questions. Bon, on va être obligé de regarder les photos. Ah mais il y a une porte en fait. Ah oui, d'accord, il suffit que je clique sur la porte.
Come with me, gentlemen.
Le fond des messages a un effet un peu cuir, et encore plus dans un monde furie, c'est un peu morbide. Ah oui, le fond des messages, ouais, on dirait une sorte de vieux portefeuille, ouais. J'avoue.
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zavas, would like to meet you.
Oh, mais c'est du synthétique.
You mean that, Madame Savas?
Alors, qui est Madame Zavas?
As far as I know, there's only one of her, so yes,
Please, miss, take us to her.
with pleasure.
Madame Zavas was a legend in Clawville.
Ah.
Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12, spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother, or maybe my grandmother.
Mais
First Ibn
Shiro.
Wesson, now her. Honestly, tonight it wouldn't surprise me if His Majesty Hector III didn't grace me with his presence.
Arrête de dire des bêtises, Shiro, sinon je demande au modo de te mute pour... Pépé. Ok. Donc une personnalité, quoi.
Interesting pieces.
Do you think so? It's the art of my people.
Crocodiles?
There are many kinds of crocodile in the wilderness, Mr. Featherland. This is the art of the Nilenites.
Ah, hence the name, the Sweltering Nile.
It's a river, Mr. Featherland. My ancestors lived by this river a long time ago.
Ah, interesting.
Thank you.
Is that the time already?
Have you noticed your clock's not working?
Très belle entrée en matière pour une conversation.
How observant you are. That clock isn't meant to show the time, it's a decoration. A memento.
It's beautiful.
Memento.
Indeed.
Ok, donc elle aussi fait des photos, d'accord. Toutes sortes de livres. Les hiboux ne sourcillent pas.
Quite a variety of topics.
Bave et châtiment. Oh mon dieu. Slime and punishment. 7 fragments de mon esprit. La mort du cheval. 49 années du reptile. Clé de l'esprit animal. Ok. Très bien. Bon bah, on va parler à Madame Zavas.
Let me introduce myself properly, ma'am.
Mr. Zadino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner. The legend of the chicken police is always one step ahead of the chicken police.
Ah oui, cette VF, les inspecteurs poulets.
Thank you. That's flattering.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly?
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague.
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
And the name?
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information. In my line of work, discretion is everything.
Well, you know, in our line of work, the law is above everything.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also above everything, but as I said, discretion.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now it's murder.
That sounds serious.
It is serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not wading through muddy waters.
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
I swim well, too.
Ok, je peux lui poser des questions maintenant.
Tell me,
On va
have you ever
attaquer
seen
directement
this
dans le
place?
vif du sujet.
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes, but I can't tell you more about it. No,
Discretion is key.
absolutely. As I was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees, of course.
The employees, too. Good to know. Can you tell me if this card belonged to a guest or an employee?
No,
I thought so. Yes, thank you.
Apparemment, ça répond pas trop à nos questions. On va poser des questions à propos de Natasha.
Katsenko personally?
yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protected, quick-tempered, fierce. Yes, fierce.
Thank you. Very useful.
Maintenant, je peux l'interroger carrément. Bon,
Lewis
on va
Hayworth
d'abord
is a
finir
good friend
les,
of mine.
les
It
options de
surprises
demande.
me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be shocked.
No doubt. Lewis, does he come here often?
Not so often.
Thank you for the vague answer, ma'am.
The mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
Ok, pas trop d'infos quand même.
Just our home with the girls. It's a
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago. Unity, love, freedom.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
Fred. Mais c'est pas possible. Bonk. Ok, bon, ben visiblement je peux l'interroger.
Deceit is everything to Zavos. She used to be a spy, so I'm gonna take her every word with a grain of salt.
Ouais. Donc le système d'interrogatoire, en fait, il y a une sorte de jauge qu'on doit garder positive pour, on va dire, réussir l'interrogatoire, tout en posant nos questions. L'ordre dans lequel on les pose a une importance, et on extrait aussi des impressions au fur et à mesure de la discussion.
Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavos? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was what I had to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to fool.
I'm trying to maintain appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
Alors, j'imagine que je peux lui rentrer dedans avec ça. Bon, allez, tentons ça.
Dangerous being a royalist nowadays.
You know, Mr. Featherland, those that are genuinely dedicated never care about danger. That's something you must know even better than I.
Do you think it's my loyalty that motivates me the most? If you do, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Maybe you're not loyal to the police, Mr. Featherland, but you are to your own principles and ideals. Am I right?
That's true, but you're avoiding the question. Why did you stay in the king's employment after the scandals that are making half the city riot? What makes you still believe so much in the institution of monarchy?
You know, I always adapt, but only to a degree where I still don't have to give up myself and my ideals for the sake of survival.
You'd rather die then?
Maybe it would seem too dramatic or even romantic to you, but yes, exactly.
I'm sorry to doubt you, but I've always thought your kind was rather compromised.
Do you mean spies or crocodiles?
Spies, of course.
I must disappoint you, but there aren't many groups as loyal and unwavering as the spies, Mr. Featherland.
If you're telling me, ma'am, I believe you.
Ok, donc là j'ai perdu des points dans la conversation.
Why did you decide to open a brothel?
You know, this place used to be an orphanage. Then after the Great Avian Plague, a hatchery. Then young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Young mothers and prostitutes. That feels like a sharp turn.
No, it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I wanted to help girls who had nothing and no one. To help them.
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
You see things very superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst of times, took care of each other, and what's most important, survived. Yes, survive, no matter the cost.
And it's the cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the rich and famous.
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be used as weapons. Or the opposite, that could avert a war.
If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then, I will tell you you were right.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question. Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right. What gave it away?
Ah bah peut-être parce qu'on l'a trouvé dans sa maison. Caché dans une statuette, enfin caché dans un coffre-fort.
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant, so she was either trying to hide it or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth. Am I right so far?
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest is history.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
I am working for the government. I'm a cop.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also lived here. She was part of our family, and we still love her very much.
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Savas is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
Ok. Donc, nous avons un équilibre fragile sur notre interrogatoire. Ok. Vous avez essayé de la protéger de
You
quoi?
tried to protect her. From what?
Natasha came to me penniless, cold to the bone, and wounded. She was only 17 years old. Even if she were my enemy, I would have taken her in until she recovered. Yes, I'm like that. I was raised to be like that.
Haven't you seen any opportunities for profit? Or were you guided by pure animal goodness?
Is that so hard for you to believe?
I think that worldly women like you try to turn every position to their advantage. I hope I don't offend you.
On the contrary. But no. I didn't see any opportunities in a girl who could barely speak our language, who was starving and wounded and obviously running from something. In fact, I was taking unnecessary risks because of her.
You knew you were taking a risk, yet you still took her in. Why?
I don't know, Mr. Featherland. These things can't always be rationally explained. Not even when I've lived my whole life based on reason, on logic, almost every step calculated.
So Natasha came and turned your whole life upside down. She's like that, isn't she?
It's in her nature, yes. Poor thing can't help it. She's like a tornado. She usually takes everything with her.
That's quite an apt metaphor. But I have to agree.
Did she sweep you away, too?
I don't know yet, madam. I'm clinging firmly to the ground. Do you know
Ok,
where
ça se passe
Natasha
plutôt
came
bien.
from? Before Clawville.
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Stovos, and she belonged to the upper class of Stavonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything. Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stavonian border. What happened in that country, no one knows.
It's rather curious, don't you think?
It is, Mr. Featherland. Yes, curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Did it touch you deeply when she left you?
Indeed, it did.
Zavos is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that, maybe she'll open up to me.
Ok. Est-ce que vous êtes restés en contact? Tiens.
Only occasionally, Mr. Featherland. She writes to me every few weeks, and very rarely we talk on the phone. But I haven't heard from her in weeks. The truth is, I've started to worry about her.
Did she give no sign of being in trouble?
Never. No. Natasha's not the kind to talk about her feelings.
Et c'est vrai que depuis le meurtre, on a plus de contact avec elle.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself. When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavas?
Maybe around 2 months ago. There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Was she herself? Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary, she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yes, in her own unique way.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of the Stovonian origins. Perhaps it's something else.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground, who previously used to stand on it with 2 feet.
Pardon.
I see. Thank you, madam.
Ah, c'était une métaphore. Oh.
How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Ah, tout porte à croire que quand Natasha est partie, elle a eu peur qu'elle révèle des secrets peut-être, mais c'est peut-être un peu trop simple.
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do, because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
On a touché quelque chose de sensible.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
Yes, you're right. Well, thank you for your time, madam.
Anytime, Detective. Yes, anytime.
Ok. J'ai posé beaucoup de questions. Ouais, j'ai été bien focus. Donc, vrai détective, encore une fois. Donc, Natasha a travaillé au Sweltering Nile avant qu'Ibn Wessler la découvre et la sorte de là. Ok.
Please, gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show you something that could help you.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Do you trust her?
Not in the slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other animals' secrets until she became one too.
That's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, now that we're here, we can take a better look around.
Just what I was thinking.
Allez, fouillons. Donc ça, on avait déjà regardé. Très joli motif art nouveau ici. Ouais, donc en fait, à part les livres qu'on a déjà regardés, il y a la photo. Est-ce qu'il y a des choses à observer autour de la photo?
Yes, this is the Zavas from the legends. Beautiful and deadly.
L'horloge cassée peut-être. Je sais pas pourquoi, on dirait qu'il y a un bouton dessus. Ah. Ok, on peut tourner D'accord, on peut tourner les aiguilles, mais... Ah,
A hidden door. Who'd have thought?
ok. J'ai brute force l'énigme.
She is a legendary ex-spy.
Mais
Well, this
ok.
is something I've never understood. Why isn't a key good enough? I mean, you can take that with you, but
J'avoue, le pif, mais du coup, je me pose la question comment on était censé trouver ça.
Get to be in this room, Marty. And the other...
maybe she wanted us to find it.
Ah bah oui, vu qu'il a suffi de tourner les aiguilles au pif, oui.
Exactly what I'm thinking. Who knows? Anyway, we're going in.
Ah, je sais pas. Après, le côté réaliste du graphisme peut effectivement faire un peu Uncanny Valley. Moi, je trouve que ça marche, globalement. Mais du coup, ouais, comment on était censé deviner? Ah, j'ai rien qui ressemble à une date. Ouais. Ma foi. Il n'y a pas d'autres livres, hein, rien à trouver ici.
This room is not like her at all.
The other must have been for show. Marty, this is the reality. We're talking about a professional spy.
A former spy.
Still, if anyone knows how to mask her real face, it's her.
Wait, you think this is who she really is? Cold, dark, and tiny.
And full of secrets.
Alors, ici, nous avons le roi. Alors, on peut regarder les murs, d'accord. Photo sur le mur. Ladies of the Force.
So the rumors are true.
Military intelligence. This dame's really something. I'm starting to think the whole brothel is just a cover.
Makes sense. You think she's still working for Royal Intelligence?
Coucou Iris.
Well, based on what she told us, she's a committed royalist. So I imagine she does.
Shiro fait des bruits bizarres. Ok. Donc elle a bien été dans les forces. Et donc nous avons le roi renard.
Our great and fair king.
I feel sorry for the poor fox, to be honest.
I don't. He has it pretty good.
Would you like to live your life as a puppet? Everything you do, carefully planned. Your rule and authority, the whole thing, just for show.
Alors oui, effectivement c'est une monarchie, mais il y a une sorte de conseil de plusieurs personnes qui dirigent, qui sont effectivement les vrais dirigeants. Il faut rajouter un filtre Shiro au micro.
Even if he is just a puppet, Clawville needs a king. He gives strength and hope to many animals.
Je savais pas que Shiro avait un tel talent naturel. Live your life as a puppy pet. Oh là là là.
I guess.
Ah, c'est un talent et une malédiction. Un don et une malédiction. Oh mon dieu. J'espère que vous n'entendez pas ça. Ok, donc on a plein de choses. On a une machine à écrire. On va commencer par la machine. Ah, un rapport à propos d'un groupe séparatiste. Code Definition. Moon Deliver Parrot Grass Shining Angel Wing 6.
Somebody started typing a letter but left it unfinished.
Si on entend et on apprécie, je vois.
What does it say?
Number 2947222. Report about separatist group movements.
Damn it. Don't even read that.
What? Why not?
I don't know about you, but I don't want to get caught up in the royalist-separatist conflict. What you don't know can't hurt you, right?
I can't even recognize you, boss. Where did you put your sense of adventure?
Ouais, poule mouillée. Ouais.
My sense of adventure has retired. Leave it alone.
Par contre, son imitation de pigeon, c'est la même que le ronronnement. Ah, je pense qu'il y a des fréquences qui se sont perdues. En plus, avec la noise gate et puis le filtre passe bas, enfin passe haut. Ouais. Mais il imite le pigeon quand même assez raisonnablement bien. Hein. Ok, du coup, machine à écrire, livre étrange. Ah, voilà d'où vient la liste.
This has got to be it, Marty. Look at the missing page.
Oh, gods. And look at the names.
Yeah, the ladies and their guests.
Je propose qu'ils se mettent au fond de la pièce pour faire des cris qu'on doit reconnaître. Ah, une sorte de blind test chelou.
Damn.
What this means, Marty, is that the most influential people in the city,
This book could
Oh mon Dieu.
destabilize Clawville.
at least the Clawville we currently know.
You think this is behind everything? Somebody's blackmailing Natasha because of this?
That could easily be the case. But something still doesn't fit. That piece of a painting.
Sonny?
If there's even a small chance of...
Sonny,
What?
there's another familiar name here.
What are you talking about?
Molly.
Fucking hell, Sonny. Molly?
Éléphant. Du coup, Shiro, est-ce que c'était un éléphant que tu imitais? Il me fait signe que non. Donc je pense qu'effectivement, il doit y avoir des fréquences perdues. Donc pour info, Molly, c'est la femme, ou plutôt l'ex-femme du personnage principal.
She was working here too.
It's probably someone else with the same name.
So that's why Natasha told me they'd known each other for a long time.
Look, boss.
I can't believe it. All those stories about her past.
Listen, Bossberg. Molly loved you, right? Isn't that what matters?
Marty, please shut your fucking beak right now or I'll shut it for you.
Okay, boss. I'm sorry.
Just shut the cluck up.
We've caught them sneaking around, Miss Diamond, you see?
I
Ah,
see.
mais j'ai pas eu le temps de fouiller le tiroir et le mur.
Oh, back off, ladies.
Ah oui, c'est vrai que lui, il a amené un fusil à pompe. Comme d'habitude, apparemment.
There's no need for this. We don't want trouble.
No, maybe you don't. Unfortunately, trouble has found you, gentlemen.
Madam Zavos, we needed to know the connection. What this place has to do with Natasha. And
And?
my wife.
Filthy cops? He's talking gibberish. May I shoot him?
No, not yet, Miss Diamond.
I'd be very sorry to put holes in your lovely striped skin, but believe me, baby, I will.
Please, madam. It'll all be over in a second.
No. We have received different orders, Miss Diamond. Stand down.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Oh, I see. The pony does tricks on command. Well, I'm not surprised.
That's enough, Marty. You knew who she was, didn't you? What she meant to me.
Well, well, Mr. Featherland. Aren't you interested in your case anymore? No?
Stop playing games with me, Zavos. What does all this have to do with Molly?
Nothing at all. No, she was just a little bird among the many who sought refuge here.
You forced her into this.
You'd love to hear that, but until she met you, she was one of us. Just another...
You clucking...
Sonny, no!
Ah. Ah, bon.
I think I was dreaming. But it wasn't the kind of dream you'd want to remember. dark and painful. Then the suffocating smoke woke me. It wasn't fried eggs, that's for sure. Where was I? What happened? That treacherous crocodile. Then I saw Marty, who looked as horrible as I felt. Well, I've always wanted a romantic sea voyage.
Musique par Hans Zimmer. Wow. Ok, nous sommes, je ne sais pas où, au milieu d'un incendie.
Marty, I told you you could get out anytime.
Ça brûle autour de vous. On devrait peut-être y aller.
And you knew damn well that I wouldn't.
On discutera plus tard.
Never leave you in deep shit once I've joined you. You knew it, and you still asked me to do it.
Ça sent le poulet rôti ici. Ah, le lecteur a planté au moment clé. Il a fait quoi le croco? En fait, il y a quelqu'un qui nous a frappé par derrière. Et on se réveille oui, dans un bâtiment en feu. Et on s'est dit qu'on allait discuter un petit peu, râler. It's fine.
You're a selfish bastard, Sonny, and you drag everyone around you down with you. How long was it till retirement?
121.
But you just couldn't sit still on your ass, could you? Well, take a good look around, boss bird. This is you. And this is what follows you. Just this clucking misery. And dead bodies. Do you understand? You have nothing else to offer but suffering.
Je crois que la réconciliation est compromise.
And feeling sorry for yourself. Oh, you're great at that. I can't believe this shit.
Ah, c'est un bateau en feu.
On a goddamn blazing ship, like roast chicken. Well, it's dramatic at least.
Vous êtes cuit.
Marty!
What?
Bon, il n'y a pas le feu, mais il faudrait peut-être s'en aller, quoi.
I've almost managed to untie the knot.
Ah, ils sont attachés, tout s'explique.
Really gonna die.
Ah, for cluck's sake, fine. Work your magic. Until then, I'm gonna say all the prayers I know.
You better.
Ok. Donc, on constate que ça brûle. Je peux d'ailleurs regarder.
I hope there are spices in those barrels at least. So close, yet so far.
Qu'on est attaché à un tuyau. Je peux parler à Marty. Alors, il y a le début et la fin. Et qu'est-ce que je suis censé faire? Ah oui, je suis en temps limité. Qu'est-ce que je dois faire? Ah, je dois suivre la corde. Ah, ok. Oh là là, quel cauchemar. À la souris en plus. Ah, mon Dieu. Je suis la corde. Je suis la corde. Ça brûle. Ah. Ok, elle continue là derrière. Allez, vite, vite. Oh là là. Avec toutes ces femmes, on n'y voit rien. Mais que fait la police? Ah, pardon. Ok. Vous êtes chez le roi du poulet. Réduction le samedi. Oui, c'est ça, c'est à la corde.
Now we run and swim.
I can't swim.
Well, you better learn fast or you'll die. I'm not gonna drag your fat ass to the shore if that's what you're hoping.
Well, I shouldn't have brought this many guns with me.
Throw them away then.
Never.
Then they'll drag you down into the deep. Ah, I don't care. I always thought your gun mania would be your undoing.
Cluck you, Sonny.
We have to
Je vais te faire
survive this
pondre.
first.
Oh là là.
Well, after you, boss bird.
Est-ce que les poulets ils font la nage du petit chien?
That furry, fucking clucking gods. Damn.
Yeah.
Eh ben quelle journée.
Listen, Marty.
What?
What you said on the ship.
What about it?
You were right. I knew this would happen. Or something like it. I dragged you into this deliberately.
Sonny, cut the crap.
No, I'm serious. I knew I couldn't do this alone. I needed you to, well, to look out for me.
I don't need this, all right? Stop playing the wounded soul. I don't fucking care.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah, I'm fucking right.
I'll, shut up now.
Good.
Ok, bon, il est vexé parce qu'il a failli mourir. Oh là là, les gens de nos jours, je vous jure. Alors, bon, on va peut-être pas lui reparler, il doit être fâché. Donc effectivement, il y a un...
I have a feeling this night's just getting started.
We were almost finished.
Yeah.
You don't want to quit, do you?
No, Sonny, I don't.
Thanks, partner.
Yeah.
Ok, le navire a coulé. D'ailleurs, est-ce qu'ils nous ont volé nos objets? Non, ils ont tout laissé. Ok. Parlons au capitaine Marsh.
I think I must have hit my head pretty badly.
Say, isn't that Captain Marsh?
You see him too? Oh, thank the gods.
Ho, 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 lads. What the hairy devil are you doing out here? Isn't it a bit cold for a swim?
It was warm on the ship, at least while it was burning.
I bet it was. Arr.
Ce que j'aime bien, c'est que au début de l'aventure, il disait ah non, mais we can take care of ourselves. Ouais, 5 heures plus tard, ils sont dans un bateau en feu.
Hey, Captain, how's it hanging?
It's hanging all right. Arr. What about you lubbers? What was all that ruckus, eh?
Oh, I think someone tried to kill us, Captain. Again.
Come on, Boise. There's nothing new there.
Yeah, old rust can't be scraped away.
Did you see anything, Captain?
C'est un pirate. Et pour le moment, ils n'ont eu besoin de l'aide de personne pour se retrouver dans leur situation. Une belle leçon d'autonomie. J'avoue. J'avoue. Ils se sont mis en danger tout seuls jusqu'à présent.
A burning ship. Then two cocks suddenly learned to fly and even swim, by gad. Oh, what a time to be alive, eh?
Je trouve qu'il prend ça beaucoup trop bien.
You haven't changed a bit, old man.
Sure I haven't. I'm steady, like the Sea of Clawville.
Yeah, except that Clawville doesn't have a sea.
Of course it does, laddie. Just not here in Clawville.
Okay, that's too much for me.
Ok, donc on peut lui poser des questions précises maintenant. Bah déjà, t'es qui? Parce qu'ils ont l'air de te connaître, mais pas moi.
This behind me is me ship, lads. Or at least, it's a ship I'm living in at the moment. It's not mine, you know.
And what do?
I stand here and watch the sea.
The sea? You mean the River Times?
River? Arr, that was a good one, boy.
Okay.
Have you heard the name Madame Zavas?
Arr, when I was young like ye, they were talking about a gorgeous crocodile with that name. Aye, beautiful and deadly. Just how I like my women. Arr.
Ah, me too.
It's her, yeah. Less beautiful now, but just as deadly.
Non mais ça va, oui.
Arr,
Oh là là.
she has something to do with a burning ship, eh?
Ah, c'est rigolo. Quand j'entends parler de Burning Ship, je pense tout de suite à la fractale du même nom.
Arr, so I've been told.
Alors...
Do you know anything
Merde,
about
oui, je sais. Un jour, je ferai peut-être des live coding fractal. Hein. Le problème, c'est comme il faut 30 à 40 secondes pour rendre une fractale,
They don't
ça risque d'être un peu mou.
folks like me there.
Not surprised.
Comme ça, vous pourrez voir ce processus hautement scientifique grâce auquel je fais mes fractales, qui consiste à mettre des chiffres au pif dans des bouts de code. Mais effectivement, je me suis posé la question de faire des sessions peut-être de live coding un jour,
I have.
faire des fractales ou sur d'autres trucs.
Beautiful wenches there, laddie. Like sirens of the sea.
Mais c'est un format que je sais pas trop comment aborder en fait.
For you. If only I were a spring chicken like ye are, I'd be already running over there.
Well, actually, Captain, that's where we came from.
Shiro voulait aussi que je fasse des streams, des streams de timbres avec les 12 millions de timbres que j'ai récupérés récemment.
Ah, we're doing our best, Captain.
Hey, yippee! Arr!
Ah, mais en vrai, je pense les prochains streams, enfin, une fois que j'aurai fini ce jeu-là, je me souviens, j'avais acheté le bundle for Racial Justice
Not far from here.
sur
Looking
itch.io.
shiny and all.
Et il y a, bah, du coup, il y a des dizaines et des dizaines de jeux. Et il y en a plein que j'ai juste pas testé. Je les ai mis de côté, mais pas testé. Ils avaient l'air rigolos. Et je pense que je vais les faire en stream. Donc, ouais, on fera peut-être des découvertes comme ça.
Yeah? What else?
Stream, je vous montre mon top 5 de mes timbres.
Two big
Ah, j'avoue.
stepped out of it. One of them was looking like some kind of cow. The other was a cat, a big cat. They were fancy looking at the ship. I don't blame them. It's not something you see every day. I swear on all the saints of the sea.
Après, il y a des gens qui font des streams d'unboxing de cartes Pokémon, trucs comme ça. Le truc, c'est que j'ai pas grand chose à dire sur les timbres en fait. Je suis pas du tout expert.
Just a wild guess. Was it a ram and a bobcat?
Il y a une image, il y a des dents, voilà.
Arr, exactly. Are you friends of theirs?
Well, an acquaintance. It's the bouncer of the Tsar Club and the goon that was hanging around Ibn.
Plumey gods. Zavas answers to Ibn too. Or at least they're connected.
Yeah.
Oh, arr. That sounds exciting.
Easy, old-timer. This
Okay.
Ram fella. What did he do after watching us?
Arr, nothing at all, laddie. When that lovely ship started to sink, they got into their pretty car and got away like bats out of hell.
Alors, ce que je comprends pas, c'est qu'ils ont pas voulu nous tirer dessus parce qu'ils avaient des ordres différents. Et donc, les ordres, c'était explicitement de nous foutre dans un bateau et de faire tout brûler. Ouais. Je vois pas trop le but de ça.
So they didn't see us swimming to shore.
I wouldn't know that.
Ou alors c'est un
What
test.
now?
I don't know. We can't go to the station, that's for sure.
We agree on that.
I think I broke a rib or two.
Mais c'est sur la tête qu'on t'a frappé, garçon.
My sight's getting blurry.
Pluck me. You know what this means?
No, no, no. I'd rather go blind than go to Bubo's.
Ah, à plus, Emilia.
We have to, pal.
I'm not your pal, especially after tonight.
Come on. We got no choice.
Well, we survived the burning ship. I guess we'll survive the madman too.
Don't be so optimistic.
Ok. Donc Bubo, ils en avaient parlé lors de la première session. C'est un docteur apparemment. Donc je sais pas pourquoi ils disent qu'il est incompétent, mais à découvrir. Chapitre 3. Out of the Past.
Bubo used to work at the PD as a coroner and pathologist. Then a couple of limbs and organs went missing, and the morphine stock suspiciously depleted, so the force said goodbye to him. He then set up a private practice, but lost his license pretty quick. Now he's doing something that vaguely resembles medicine, fixing up gangsters and bent coppers.
Dehors de le passé.
I hadn't seen the doc since he had to pick a dozen pellets out of my drumstick. Thanks, Marty.
Ok, bah ça a l'air d'être quelqu'un de génial, ça, dis donc. Quoi de mieux que d'aller se faire soigner par un médecin légiste?
Well, well. Look who the cat dragged in. The one and only chicken coppers in the rotting flesh.
Good evening to you too, old owl.
Aw, has he shot you again?
Not yet.
Ha ha, it is to laugh. I just need a strong painkiller. And since we're already here, some information too.
Well, then I hope your pockets are full.
We just crawled out of the river, so if it's all right with you, I can pay with a pocket full of mud.
Well, I owe you one anyway.
One? Don't make me laugh, Bubo. You're indebted to us for the rest of your life.
Okay, tell me what's wrong and do it fast. It's a busy night. On New Year's Eve, animals love to shoot or even eat each other.
I hold you one. Mon Dieu.
Tell me about it. Tonight's starting to remind me of the bloody New Year's Eve.
Or worse.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Did you come here to cry me a river? Spit it out. Then get your wobbly waddles out of here. Ursula will be home soon.
Charming as ever, old bird.
Ok.
Who's that?
Who? Oh, he's my father.
Ok.
Your what?
Why are you so surprised? He gave his body to science.
Then what's he doing here?
Hoo. You're a hilarious guy.
That was a good one, Sonny.
Il a une voix profonde, dis donc.
Huh. Two infantile monkeys.
Eesh, like in the cave of the vampire bat in those horror movies.
You're right. I think all of these are illegal, or worse.
Occult magic.
Demonology.
Perverse desires.
Unholy dealings.
Ça, je pense que c'est une référence à quelque chose, mais je ne l'ai pas.
Cluck up.
Puis le jeu est quand même bien fait parce que c'est de la 3D. En tout cas, on l'a vu sur plusieurs trucs, mais elle est quand même très propre. Là, on le voit sur l'éclairage aussi.
What do you think? Is this a medical illustration or the good doc's dinner?
Unfortunately, the two are often one and the same.
Ugh.
This is just for decoration, right?
It's Ursula's, not mine. She plays beautifully.
I can imagine.
Hey, shut your beak or I'm gonna sew it shut for you.
All right, calm down.
Ok, je ne sais pas. Pièce louche. Je vais finir d'analyser la pièce. Ah, je peux prendre ce livre. Who's Next? A Chicken Police Story.
Oh, yuck. It's soaked with blood. Fresh.
I was operating on someone a few minutes ago.
Totally sober, huh?
More or less.
Peut-être.
Probably less.
My hands tremble if I don't drink, okay? Just leave me alone.
C'est très rassurant.
Do you keep the dead bodies and your stolen morphine stash here?
The morphine's long gone.
Oh, poor Boobo.
Watch your beak, Martin. Spit it out. What do you want from me? I have a...
Busy.
On dirait le Not Amused de Shiro. Shiro aussi est docteur. C'est vrai.
Of course they
Et c'est vrai que...
didn't pay.
Ok, là il imite une hirondelle. Mais puis Shiro aussi, s'il ne boit pas, il a les mains qui tremblent. Non, attendez.
What muscleheads?
Wait, let me guess. A ram and a bobcat.
How did you know?
Shit. What was their problem? Why did they come here?
The bobcat's hand was badly burned and something had sliced the ram.
Quoi, ils se sont blessés en nous mettant le feu?
Well, it's not an easy job to haul 2 unconscious roosters onto an abandoned ship.
Shiro, il oublie de respirer.
What have you gotten yourselves into again, you fools? Those 2 work for Ibn Wessler.
Ah,
You don't say.
Well, in this case, it was nice to know you, gentlemen.
Don't celebrate in advance, Doc. As you can see, we're not so easy to kill.
c'est vrai qu'on peut dire que ce sont des poulets qui font long feu.
Just tell us everything you know. And give us some strong painkillers.
Il me faut des reaction pics, je pense.
Well, all right. Ask away. But I must warn you. If Ursula comes home and sees...
C'est vrai, j'ai quelques vidéos, enfin j'ai une vidéo de réaction pour le moment, mais j'ai pas eu l'occasion de l'utiliser. Alors, je ne sais pas qui est Ursula, mais elle a pas l'air très sympathique. Ah, c'est une infirmière ours. Ok. Donc oui, j'ai effectivement une réaction de pic et je pense que je la montrerai si cette affaire se complexifie. Parlons-lui de la partie de tableau, tiens.
That you tore off the corner of a painting?
Oui, oui.
Not that. What do you make of it?
That somewhere a painting is missing a corner.
Bien vu, bien vu.
Clock with me, old man.
I'm not. I'm completely serious.
Then, thanks for the help.
Don't mention it.
J'ai pupé.
Joking aside, how are you, Doc? Long time no see.
Oh, you should get shot more often, then you'd see me more.
Yeah, right. I'm on it.
I'm still alive. Clawville's still standing, to my surprise. Ursula still bears with me, to my even greater surprise.
Ursula bears with me. Hehe. Vous l'avez?
You don't need anything else then, right?
You know, I could use a big house, a normal job, and a ton of money. And it'd be great if that ridiculous King Hector would finally resign from the throne.
So you still support the Separatists?
While this old owl's heart is beating.
But your life partner is a bear.
Not a problem as long as I don't marry her.
You're a goddamn hypocrite, Bubo.
Why, thank you.
Love is still in the air, I see.
I'm a prisoner, boys.
Yeah, the prisoner of your stupidity.
Easy for you to say. You can't get rid of a woman like her so easily.
Why? Because she's a bear and weighs a ton?
No. Because no matter how much I hate her, I still love her more than anything.
Oh, touching.
Hold your tongue, McChicken.
What do you know about
Okay.
Madame Zavas and her affairs?
Zavas, huh? Who? That woman's probably even more dangerous than Ibn Wessler himself.
Oh, great news.
Is there some kind of link between them?
Ibn's contacts span the entire city, and his new girlfriend, that Natasha, worked in the brothel once.
How do you know that?
Oui, donc c'est même pas un secret en fait.
Everybody knows.
Oh,
Bah,
great.
sauf la
We
police.
almost died for that information.
Why didn't you ask?
Just shut up, okay?
Ok. Le videur.
So that Ram and his partner, did they talk about something? About their plans, where they're going next?
The Bobcat didn't say a word, he just growled. But the Ram couldn't shut up, and he talks like a butler or something. He's got a very strange vocabulary, I must say.
What did they say, Bubo? Get to the point.
After they've done the job killing you, I guess, they said they have to kill a rat, too.
A rat?
Figuratively. An informer. Someone who spilled the beans and hurt Mr. Wessler's interests.
An informer.
They called him a
j'espère
sneaky
que
little bastard, too, if that helps.
J'espère que c'est pas Lewis.
That's gotta be Zip.
Ah, non. C'est qui Zip
Of
déjà?
course. Zip. Damn it.
Well, then that flea bag's done for.
Hold your horses, Marty. Zip is like a cockroach, practically immortal.
Oh, le gars du diner.
I guess.
Ok.
Afraid you're right. We still owe him one.
One?
I didn't even hear that, Bubo. So, who tried
Ah,
to get us out
petite
of
phase d'enquête.
and why?
Alors, suspect potentiel. Nous avons plusieurs suspects. Alors, effectivement, ça peut être Madame Zevas ou Ibn lui-même. Ok. Comment ces gens-là sont connectés? Alors, nous avons plusieurs hypothèses. Zevas et Ibn travaillent ensemble. Zevas a essayé de tuer Ibn. Zevas et Wessler étaient secrètement amants. Zevas n'est qu'une sbire d'Ibn. Bon, les deux du centre me semblent... Enfin, on n'avait rien qui allait dans ce sens-là. À mon avis, ils travaillent ensemble.
Maybe Zavos is in cahoots with Ibn Wessler.
Ça a l'air d'être correct. Donc maintenant... je sais plus si c'est... Non, c'est des objets. Non, c'est pas des objets. C'est doit être des indices. Natasha's Secret. Ouais. Donc, ce qui relie les deux, c'est Natasha. Ok.
But why? Just because Natasha used to work at that place?
Ibn ne sait pas que Natasha travaille dans la maison close. Ibn a essayé de tuer Natasha parce qu'elle travaille dans la maison close. Natasha a été forcée de travailler dans... Enfin... Ibn veut cacher le secret de Natasha ou c'était Natasha elle-même. Ça paraît logique.
Ibn Wessler wants to hide the tracks leading to Natasha's past. Or maybe it was Natasha herself.
Ok, donc maintenant je dois trouver un indice et c'est le moment parfait pour ma petite réaction. Si ça fonctionne. Oui. Alors, quels sont les indices désormais qui peuvent relier tout ça? Déborah est morte. Est-ce que c'est possible que ce soit lié? Non. Non, il n'y a pas de raison. Moi aussi, je suis pas sûr. Je comprends pas du coup maintenant dans quelle direction ils veulent que j'aille. Ça pourrait être Molly? Non. Bon, ok. Du coup, ça nous amène par élimination à ça. Ah, Zip a parlé à quelqu'un.
What does it have to do with Zip? Why do they want to
Ah.
kill the raccoon?
Je pense que Zip a quelque chose qui les relie, en fait. Non, c'est pas ça. Ah, excusez-moi, le D et les autres sont quand même assez liés. Zip travaillait aussi dans la maison close autrefois. D'accord. Ok, bon, je dois mal m'y prendre. Ok, essayons d'être logique parce que là je les ai tous essayés et ça n'a pas marché. Ok, il en sait trop sur le passé de Natasha et les affaires de Wessler. C'est quand même... Enfin, il y avait 3 réponses qui étaient quand même assez similaires. Ok, affaire classée.
Sonny, there's something else. Your car's here behind the building. Ursula covered it with a tarp.
What? Why?
Du premier coup, ouais. Ça s'est bien passé au début, mais sur la fin,
She saw it
ça s'est mal passé.
And she also saw the madam's girls trying to take it apart.
Furry gods. What did she do to them?
Well, a couple of dames with guns are not enough to scare my dear Ursula, that's for sure. But relax.
Ok.
She didn't tear them to pieces. She just chased them off and got away with your car.
You know, for once, that's wonderful news.
Yeah, I wore my legs down to get here.
Warmest regards to Ursula when she gets back, Doc. She may have saved our lives.
Of course I will. Now, cluck off, will you?
Ah, you're the best, Boobo.
I know. Will you kindly get lost?
J'aime bien ce personnage. Ok. Donc, je peux aller à plus... Ok. Je peux aller à beaucoup d'endroits maintenant. Mais pour moi, s'ils veulent tuer Zip, il faut qu'on aille au hot dog.
Damn, we're late.
I don't see him anywhere.
But that jerk's here.
Yeah, the famous scribbler Tim in the flesh. He must have seen something. And because...
Oh, let me be the bad cop, Boss Bird.
Mission granted.
Yes.
Hey, Timbo, my old pal.
Hey, hello, boys. What a lovely welcome.
You're not scared to see us, are you?
Who? Me? What are you thinking? I'm always glad to see you working. Especially together like this as the legendary chicken police.
Toi, t'es suspicieux as hell.
What the hell's going on here, Tim?
That's exactly what I was thinking. You see, what the hell could have happened here, right? Very strange, indeed.
Where's Zip, Timbo?
Keen observation, boys, because that's the most exciting thing about the story.
Let me guess. A ram and a bobcat appeared and took him with them.
Well, you could say that if it happened, but it didn't.
Then what?
Isn't it great? Here's the twist.
Start talking, Tim, or we'll have to see if you can really fly.
Come on, Sonny. I was supposed to be the bad cop.
Shut your beak, Marty.
Hey, quit playing tough, will ya? You know I'll help you even if you don't threaten me. I always do. Mostly.
Stop back.
Oh, mince, j'ai cliqué trop vite. Bon, en gros, on peut lui parler, quoi. Qu'est devenu Zip?
So, what about Zip?
I'm telling you, I don't know. He was already gone by the time I got here.
Why are you still sniffing around?
I was trying to make that fella talk over there.
What, the old fly guy? You speak insect?
What if I do? I'm educated, you know?
All right, Tim, my patience is gone. It's time you start singing like the songbird you are.
Hey, that's seabird. Okay, back off. We're old friends, aren't we?
Exactly. That's why I haven't smeared the walls with you yet.
Ouch.
Have you seen anything weird around the river?
Ah, je peux l'interroger en fait.
You mean the smoke and burning ship?
Exactly.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
What do you know about Madame Zavas, Timothy?
Et du coup, il m'en faudra d'autres parce que là, maintenant, je vais toujours spammer la même. Mais bon.
I only know what everybody does. She's rich, she owns a brothel, allegedly she used to be a spy, and she's an enthusiastic supporter of the Crown and the Royalist Party.
What else?
Well, I haven't heard anything else, I swear. She's surrounded by secrets. She was a spy, you know.
Yes?
A little bird told me she's been entertaining quite a lot of foreign guests recently. I mean, real high-quality VIP guests.
Who? From where?
Well, I don't know, but allegedly, she's welcomed patrons from Stavonia, Averia, and even Nautica. Basically from everywhere that matters.
And?
Well, that's all. You know I can get into everywhere, but even I give the Nile a wide berth. Those wild girls are capable of anything protecting the madam. Trust me.
Yeah, we've noticed.
Ok, je peux l'interroger.
Timbo's a
C'est parti.
douchebag, so it's not hard to draw the truth from him.
Ok.
So what the hell are you doing around here, Timbo?
All right, I confess, but you'll be surprised. I was looking for you boys. The whole town's talking about you.
Really? I'm swelling with pride.
Everybody's whispering about the chicken police being back together again. And that you've already turned the whole city upside down.
Great news. What else do they say?
That you've threatened Ibn Wessler's sweetheart Natasha, then trashed Madame Zavas's brothel.
Ah.
Hard stuff.
Really?
Ok.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, and the best, you set fire to a ship too.
Yeah, right.
Ah, and one more thing. A poor girl was found dead at Natasha's place after you visited there.
Ah.
Is that so? And you believe all that?
Ok, on a été piégé.
But I'm a journalist, Sonny. It doesn't matter what I believe.
Yeah.
Right.
Ok.
And why were you looking for us here, of all places?
You offend me, Sonny. I'm your biggest fan. I knew the hop dog's gonna be on your list.
So it was a lucky guess.
Something like that. And I'm wasting time here often anyway, so I had nothing to lose. And here we are.
So you weren't following us by any chance?
Guys, what exactly do you take me for?
Let's not get into that, Timbo. So
I wasn't following you at all. This place was my first guess, okay? Or I just wanted to have a good cup of coffee. I mean, who knows?
what happened to Zip, Tim?
Okay. When I arrived here, the hop dog was already closed. Zip wanted to shoo me away, but I managed to persuade him to talk to me a little. We're old friends, Sonny, you know? And I have this personal charm.
Yeah, right, the charm. Get to the point, Timbo.
Okay. So, he was totally crazy. I've never seen him like that before. He was flustered, flailing, and talking absolute gibberish.
He must have said something, since you're such great friends.
Well, he just said he'd go to the only place where there are even bigger scoundrels than those that are after him.
Really? I can guess where he meant.
Le commissariat?
I didn't have a clue. Anyway, after he closed the dog behind me, and then the cops came and took him away in handcuffs, I came to the conclusion that all of this makes no sense.
Zip, you clever son of a bitch.
Why? What is it? Oh, tell me.
You just keep your beak out of this, Scribbler. I think I've got an idea about what our little friend's up to. Timbo loves to brag, and it's easy to approach him through his ego. Best if we ruthlessly exploit that.
Ok, on a de très bonnes impressions de lui, visiblement. Connard, vantard et vigilant. Ok.
Working on a new front-page article, eh?
Well, if a specific celebrity couple's willing to give me an interview, then maybe I am.
Don't even dream about it, Timby.
Eee.
Who told you we were working together again?
You're one cunning bastard, Sonny. You already asked that, only a little differently, eh? Are you trying to catch me with my own tricks?
Was I that transparent?
See-through, pal. But hey, no hard feelings. I use the same technique all the time.
Timbo, you pay attention to everything. Did anyone else come here?
Besides the coppers? Yeah, a ram and a bobcat, in fact.
But you just told us it wasn't them.
Ouais.
Wasn't them what? I didn't say they took Zip, because that's not how it happened.
Don't make me mad. We're really not in the mood for this.
Hey, I'm only telling you the truth. They stopped here in a fancy big car, looked around, then left. Zip was no longer here. Neither were the coppers, okay?
Tiny Tim is a true fan of ours, and it's time to finally use that to our advantage.
Ok.
Help your old pals, Tim. What was Zip doing before they took him away?
Hey, you're trying to grease me up with all that sweet talk, Sonny honey.
Of course not, Tim Tim. We're old pals.
I'm sure we are, but I don't remember you telling me that without an ulterior motive. But you know what? I don't care. Feels good anyway.
I'm glad to hear that.
Zip was acting crazy. He was running around, knocking over everything and throwing things away. Then he suddenly disappeared into the kitchen. I guess that's when he made the call, because soon after that, the coppers arrived.
And in between?
Well, I didn't see him in between.
Why didn't you go inside? He's your friend, isn't he?
Well, I tried, Sonny. The door was closed. I knocked, even yelled. You know how a yelling seagull sounds like. But nothing.
I think I have a hunch. What the—
Good for you, Sonny.
Zip was hiding something in the dog, right?
What do you mean exactly?
Well, you tell me. You're good old friends, aren't you?
Well, that's right, Sonny, but Zip's not the kind to easily share his secrets. But now that you put it that way...
That's more like it, Tim. Tell me, what do you...
I don't know what it could be exactly. I mean, maybe it's not even relevant, but I'm sure Zip was trying to get rid of something when I arrived here.
What and where?
I don't know, okay? I already told you too much. If Zip hears about me telling you all this, he's never gonna talk to me again.
Tim, unless we find Zip, he's not gonna talk to anyone ever again. Not in...
Ok. Ça s'est plutôt bien passé. Donc ouais, il cache quelque chose. C'est probablement pour ça d'ailleurs que ils veulent le tuer.
When all of this is over,
You owe me a foot massage.
Ok.
Look at this mess.
looks like he was in a real hurry, or was trying to erase his tracks.
Because he was trying to hide
Oh
something.
wow.
But where?
Quel professionnel de l'interrogatoire. Eh oui.
And most of all, what?
Let's take a good look around.
Ok. Ça n'a pas l'air plus en désordre que quand on est venu la première fois.
Ugh, I wouldn't dare touch that.
Un café froid, le menu n'a pas changé. Tatati tata.
Marty already looked through it. Nothing interesting.
Ok. Donc ça, on avait déjà regardé la dernière fois qu'on était venu. Il n'y a pas l'air d'avoir de nouvelles choses.
When we get over this whole mess, I'm gonna take you to a concert.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. Swear.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
You'll see. Just wait.
Oh. Du coup, oui. Donc, s'ils ont déjà regardé là-bas, il n'y a rien d'autre à regarder. Le menu, ça m'étonnerait qu'il ait beaucoup changé.
You still don't eat meat, old man?
I'm a rooster, a chicken. Why the hell would I eat meat?
I don't mean real meat. I'm not a lunatic. But a meat substitute? There's about 10 different kinds. Have you never tried any of them?
Why would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you fall for those adverts?
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's tasty, why wouldn't I eat it?
I don't care what you eat, but don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own leg one day.
Ouais, je vois pas trop ce qu'on est censé trouver du coup.
What are you doing, Marty?
A nice hot cup of coffee? Maybe some toast? Ooh, our strawberry jam pancake is divine.
You must have hit your head pretty bad.
Yes, sir. One coffee and a turbo milkshake with extra vanilla and millet powder coming right up.
Ah, furry gods help me. Please don't have a nervous breakdown, okay?
Ok, mais du coup, qu'est-ce que quoi que bah, revenons sur les
What
gribouillages.
insight? Good question, pal.
Non, il n'y a rien ici. Au niveau du jukebox, je peux juste activer des chansons. Je vous avoue que je ne vois pas. Quelque chose par terre, on dirait. Gribouillage.
Did you find something?
Nothing. Or, I
Ah.
mean,
There's a pity. Whatever that mangy raccoon tried to hide must still be here.
or not.
Anything?
Still nothing. But I'm starting to like it here. It's like a new job, new life.
Well, if this case gets plucked up, you'll find yourself looking for a job, so enjoy it.
Ha 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 ha.
Bah, mince alors, qu'est-ce que ça peut être? Est-ce que j'ai
The
manqué
kingdom of dirty dishes and dull knives.
le réfrigérateur?
Cold and moldy could be the motto of this place.
Ouais, est-ce qu'il y a vraiment un truc lié au jukebox alors? Ça c'est juste pour changer de musique d'ambiance, mais et je ne... Ah mais si, je peux ressortir en fait. Oh là là.
Are you looking for a...
I have to make a living somehow. So, tell me, how come you're working together again?
C'est évidemment dans le jukebox, la chanson secrète.
Tim, it's just pure fun. Walk the city, get ourselves beat up, have a nice swim. And now we happen to be here, of all places.
A
De
nice
toute façon, je peux pas quitter la zone, donc c'est forcément quelque chose à faire ici.
thrashing, you know? You could experience that too in the near future.
If you can make good coffee, of course.
Whoa, plumey gods, take it easy, boys. I'll tell you what I know, just ask.
Bon, lui, on lui a déjà posé un peu toutes les questions. Lui ne nous parle pas. Toujours
Hey,
retenter
old
le coup.
pal, could you help us?
Does he understand us?
I don't know.
Excuse me. Have you seen where the raccoon went? The one who owns the joint? Nothing. They say an animal's just like his car.
Does that mean I'm old and rusty?
Well, you said it.
What about you? You don't even have a license.
That's just it. I'm special and fresh like a spring chicken.
No, like a moron.
Ok. Je ne vois pas du tout. Est-ce que ça peut être...
The kingdom of dirty.
Ouais.
Anything?
Still not.
Well, if they... Oh, oh.
Ok. Qu'est-ce qui peut bien y avoir ici qui nous permettrait de faire quoi que ce soit?
Cold and moldy.
Je suis sûr que ce café froid est exactement ce qu'il nous faut. Je suis pur comme un poussin, mon Dieu. C'est rageant de bloquer sur un truc aussi basique. Et quand je suis dehors, non, je peux vraiment pas quitter la zone, donc il y a toujours...
Are you sure that thing's a dog? I always wondered.
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway. Don't you think so, Mr. Detective?
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray.
Who said that?
A natural-born genius.
Yeah, right.
Ah, ça c'est les collectifs du jeu en fait. Je pense. Ouais, ils apparaissent pas là, ouais, je pense que ce sont les collectifs du jeu, les aventures en fait des inspecteurs poulets. Bon, et en attendant, je sais pas du tout où est-ce que je dois cliquer. On va retenter le jukebox, hein.
Look at this.
Ok,
I'm looking.
c'était vraiment dans le jukebox? JPP?
No idea, Marty. Guess it's best.
Where do we find him?
Et comment j'étais censé deviner qu'il fallait casser la vitre du jukebox?
Well, Timbo told us he's with even worse bastards.
Je veux dire, j'ai juste misclick à un endroit là.
That's it.
Ça c'est mal foutu.
Then, no way.
Oh yes, Marty. Zip is at
Ah,
the
et j'avais bien deviné l'endroit où il y a les pires gangsters. Le commissariat.
Be
that simple?
Monkey Island vibe. Un peu, ouais.
Well, the cops took him. So it's obvious that he called the cops by himself to scare away Wessler's henchmen. Timbo was right.
Doesn't he know half the police is in Wessler's pocket?
He probably does, but this was his only chance.
Then he really is in big trouble. So, to the PD then?
Yeah, I haven't got a better
Je
idea.
pense qu'il va me falloir une réaction what the fuck. Là, j'avoue que c'était... Donc j'ai ramassé un objet.
Why did you keep that wristband?
Un bracelet. On dirait soit un des bracelets qu'il y a sur les cadavres. Donc peut-être qu'il faudra que j'aille parler à Bubo. Bon, on va déjà aller au commissariat.
What you were looking for?
No, Timbo, but we wouldn't tell you even if we did.
Ah, but you have. You are an open book to me, Sonny. So, thanks for the intel.
Be careful what you're writing, Timmy boy. I'm a cop for only the next 121 days. After that, I can gut you if I want, and get away with it.
And when did you being a cop stop you?
He has a point.
Just keep a low profile, okay, Timster?
Okay, I get it. My beak is sealed. Zoop.
Ok. C'est parti pour le poste de police. Oula.
Clucking furry hell!
So they know we're still alive?
And they'd like to do something about it.
Ok, phase d'action.
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Ah,
Shoot, you big feather pillow.
j'ai vidé le chargeur. Il faut que je recharge. Je suis... Ah, je n'avais que... Ah ok, il faut faire clic droit pour revenir à l'intérieur. Ouais, mais là, je lui tire clairement dessus. Ne leur tire pas dessus, tire sur la caisse. Ok, très bien. Donc, si je pouvais avoir les pneus... Ok.
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
Tant que j'ai vraiment eu les pneus 20 fois, mais... C'est pas possible, ils sont en Kevlar ces pneus. Je suis mort. Ok. Je sais pas trop ce que je dois faire en fait. Sur quoi je dois tirer précisément. Parce qu'il y a des parties de la voiture là-bas qui se cassent. Mais...
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Mais du coup, je dois pas leur tirer dessus. Et la jauge que je vois là-haut, c'est notre voiture ou la leur? Ah non. La nôtre est en bas. Waouh. Oh, je vais réessayer. Donc, la nôtre est en bas, donc je sais pas trop où je dois... Oui, c'est ça, je dois vraiment les amener en bas.
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
Waouh, mais ça va vite en fait. Là, ils détruisent notre voiture plus vite que nous on détruit la leur. Ok, j'ai réussi. Indice, il faut tirer. Peut-être le moteur. Ouais. Ouais, mais notre vie baissait vachement vite par rapport au reste.
find the truth
En
out
fait,
of
c'était
it,
juste une sorte
we
de
lose
concours
the
de...
trail,
C'était un clicker, quoi.
end up in a dead end. It was time to be fast and ruthless. God damn it, Zip. Why couldn't you stay out of this?
Ok.
Who's here? The top of the cops.
Idiot's luck. They must have gotten soaking wet because of those holes.
Et oui, je sens, oui, je suis le genre de gamer qui perd dans les point and click.
Sometimes I wonder how these two are even still alive.
Wonders of the world, Marty.
Ok, donc entrons tout de suite au commissariat.
Yes, Chief.
You know what I've heard?
I have no idea, Chief.
You think I'm stupid, birds?
No, we don't, Chief.
What the ever-loving fuck do you think you're doing?
Chief, if I may.
Sonny, shut the fuck up. You're not on duty. You're suspended, if you remember. So I'm not your chief right now.
Oh, we just stepped out for a coffee, Chief. Then we saw something suspicious at the Czar Club, and we investigated it, and,
Suspicious, right? You investigated, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you take me for a fool, chickens? And what do you know about the burning ship that lit up the entire Times?
Burning, what? Wild lords, that sounds awful.
Don't play innocent with me, Santino. You both stink like you're in deep, deep shit.
Well, you don't think we had anything to do with that, do you?
I don't know. But if you do, I will find out. You better know that.
I swear, Chief.
I've had enough of your swearing for a lifetime. Get the fuck out of my sight.
Yes, sir.
Have a beautiful day, Chief.
Don't let me see you again, Santino. Or
I'll try not to be seen, Chief.
I'm not your chief. Get lost.
Ok. Ah, Zip.
Sorry, boys. I can't let you do that. You know, protocol.
You and Protocol, Bosco? Don't make me laugh.
That's the case, boys, like it or not. Stop harassing the witness.
Well, what can I do? Sorry, guys.
Ok.
You two again.
Say, Bosco, what's all this about, Zip?
Yeah, if only I knew. This idiot called us on himself. He told us we have to take his statement.
And what does he want to confess to?
I don't know yet. We still can't get it out of him. But we're taking him down to the hole soon. There, he'll sing like a little bird for us. No pun intended.
Would you mind if we asked him a few questions before that? You know, just for old time's sake.
Sorry, boys, but you know the rules.
The rules, right. More like blood boil.
Yeah, more like blood boil. So sorry.
Allez, on va lui reparler pour l'emmerder un peu.
Sonny, you think I'm just joking, right? Speak to me one more time, and I'll fire your ass.
Understood, sir. Sorry. I hope this doesn't count.
Get the fuck out of my sight, Santino.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Not gonna happen again, sir.
Did anyone ever tell you you're a real pain in the ass, Sonny?
Only my mother, sir.
Ok.
When did they bring in the trash panda?
Not even an hour ago. You're just in time. They haven't taken him into the hole yet.
Yeah, I can see. Listen, Mon, would you do us a favor?
Can I be honest? Not really.
Oh, just a small thing. For old time's sake.
Me and my big heart. So, what do you want?
Call Bosco over here for some reason, okay? So that we can have a quick talk with Zip.
Okay, I guess I can do that. But you owe me one.
We'll thank you somehow, I promise.
No, no promises this time. Shoes.
Shoes?
Size 35, high heels, black.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Hey, Bosco.
Ok.
Yes, ma'am.
Come over here for a second.
Right away.
Ok, on va pouvoir parler à Zip.
So we were just about to listen to some sweet music when,
Didn't that damn jukebox break all of a sudden?
Oh, damn it.
Damn it, indeed, Zip. There was a wristband behind it, with numbers on it.
984-237-22 to be exact.
What? All that from memory? How the hell?
I have no idea either, and it scares me too, but that's not the point. Tell us about it.
That is, if you want to leave this place on your feet.
Okay. You got me. I'll talk, but only if you promise that the cops won't know about this.
Do we look like we're on duty?
Ok, donc je peux carrément l'interroger. Très bien.
Zip is a real opportunist. He's trying to turn everything to his advantage, but we're gonna turn the tables. Who did you escape from? And why here, Zip?
Why? Because I like living, that's why.
How did you know they were coming for you?
I got a tip-off from a friend that I should pack my things and go if I want to live. But I had nowhere to run. You know me. The hot dog's my everything.
So you thought you'd be safe here?
Of course. Ibben's people are everywhere, but, maybe it's harder to get rid of me at the PD.
Bien sûr.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. How did you manage to piss off Ibn Wessler?
I don't know, all right?
I don't have time for this.
I did something for him, that's all, okay? A tiny little favor. You know how it goes, Sonny. Animals like Wessler make a living out of these kinds of favors.
Tiny little favor, eh? Wessler's kind don't send assassins after someone for tiny little favors.
You have no idea what's going on in his head nowadays, pal. Fella's gone totally insane.
What did you have to do for Ibn?
I never hurt anyone, all right? Let's make that clear right now.
I never said you did.
I just had to get rid of a package for the boss. That was the job. Quick, clean, simple, right?
Yeah? What kind of package?
A very heavy one.
Ok, il a fait disparaître un cours, du coup.
Kinda heavy, Zip.
How did you know it was a dead body?
Oh,
I didn't. I was bluffing, but thanks for the answer.
l'intuition.
You lousy chicken.
Zip's a secretive little specimen, but knowing his past, it's no surprise. I must take advantage of this and trap him with it.
Ok.
So,
Quel genre de cadavre, hein?
How should I know? What am I, a butcher? A zoologist?
You still know something about it.
It was wrapped up entirely, okay? I didn't see any of it. It was, I don't know, average, like you and me.
Scaly, hairy, furry, feathery, or bald? What kind exactly?
Hey, I don't know, all right? I told you it was wrapped up.
You know you're an accessory to murder, right?
Only if I get found out.
What reason do I have to keep my beak shut?
Maybe if I told you what you'd like to know.
Do you think I'm that cheap?
Why? Ain't you?
That depends on what you have to say, trash panda.
Alors, pourquoi t'as gardé ce bracelet?
That wristband.
À mon avis, c'est le bracelet du cadavre.
Because it seemed important. And because, you know me, I'm trying to turn every situation to my advantage. That's the way Zip works.
How, exactly?
Who knows? It seemed important. It just fell out of the body.
On dirait vraiment un bracelet de mort, du coup, c'est... ouais, ça colle pas.
Seems important, so why not?
That's why they want to kill you.
I have no friggin' way of knowing that. Why don't you ask them, huh?
What happened to the body, Zip?
I don't know, Sonny. All I had to do was drop it in an abandoned part of the hive.
Where starvation's most prevalent, I guess. Where insects fight for their survival, right?
I couldn't have found a better way to get rid of a corpse myself. All that fresh meat must have been gone in a matter of minutes. Fuck, I don't know. I didn't stick around to see what happened.
You make me sick, Zip.
You would have done exactly the same thing in my situation. Anyone would have. I got the order, I did what I had to. I wanted to survive.
That's Ibn for you. Blackmail.
Yeah, something like that.
Zip may be secretive, but if he manages to open up, he's also honest. He's not trying to change the subject anymore, so I only have one thing left to do. Ask the right questions.
Okay.
What exactly did Ibn's men want with you? Did you squeal to anyone?
Ibn's gone mad, you understand? Something happened, and the whole city's afraid. And I have a hunch it has something to do with the appearance of you guys, the chicken police.
So, he's trying to tie up the loose ends before we can unravel the case.
I'm thinking exactly that. Do you know what it means?
Let me guess.
Yeah, I'm in mortal danger because of you, Sonny.
Stop being so dramatic, Zip. Did you tell anyone?
Other than you, no one.
I'm asking you for the last time. What's with the wristband?
I honestly have no idea, Sonny. It simply fell out of the bag when I threw it down in the alley. At first, I wanted to leave it there, but then, well, you know me, huh?
And that's the whole story?
That's the whole story. At first, I thought it was some kind of, code. But on a wristband, it's usually an ID number instead.
Like on prisoners?
Exactly. But I know from experience that prisoners don't get bands like this. Not in Clawville. It looks more like something from a hospital.
Maybe you're right, Zip. While we're at it, was it Dr. Bubo who gave you the tip-off to get out of the hop dog?
Yeah, it was. Why?
Thanks, Zip. You've helped us put some
Ouais,
vital
c'est ça, il faut
pieces
qu'on aille
into
parler à
place.
Bubo.
Well, that's great. Hey, then help me, Sonny. I don't want to rot in here or end up in the alley of the hive.
We'll see what we can do.
You gotta help me.
Be glad I'm not charging you as an accomplice to murder here and now. Just keep your head down. Understand?
I will, Boss Bird. I will.
That's more like it.
Ah, cette fois j'ai pas trop gardé de focus. Flic correct. C'est correct. Ok.
So you're telling me you have no idea what this is?
It's a wristband. I see the same thing as you. This was the only thing left of the dead body. And me, you know me, they don't call me Sticky Fingers for nothing.
So you just took it.
Maybe for some blackmailing?
Who knows? Maybe it just hurt my sense of justice. I wanted to know who I buried.
You're a real bastard, Zip. A real first-grade bastard.
Should I say thanks? Thanks.
Just lay low, Zip. Real low.
Thanks for the advice, Sonny.
So where to next? Where did that wristband come from?
I got bad news, Marty. I only know one person who knows about medical stuff.
Oh, no. We were just there.
Ah, c'est évident, hein.
Sorry, partner. Bubo again.
Ok, c'est parti. Oh là là, au plus ça avance, au plus j'ai envie de savoir ce que c'est ce truc. Ok, Ursula.
Is there something wrong?
Wrong? Wrong? That dim-witted, insane, ragged old stinky owl. That's what's wrong.
Ok.
Whoa. It's all right, Ursula. Just tell us what happened.
What happened? You happened, and Westler's goons. It was supposed to be the only day of the year we could have relaxed a little.
We're sorry, Ursula. You're right.
Like I care, Marty. I'm tired of this. Tired of the bitter old owl, and I'm tired of waiting.
And?
Never mind. I'm going. This time, I'm going for good.
Hang in there, Ursula. And if there's anything we can do to help...
Anything? Of course there is, my dear. I never want to see your faces again.
Ouch. I'm gonna try to talk to the old owl, all right?
Good luck with that.
Oh, and Ursula, thanks for all you've done for us. With the
La petite patoune sur le chapeau, oui.
You know, I'm starting to regret it.
That was...
rough.
Yeah.
Ok.
Understandable. I only see Bubo once a year, and even that's way too much.
A lot of people feel the same about us.
Yeah, that's true.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a fait du coup?
Doc? Somehow we guessed we'd find you still awake.
Stop playing innocent. I've heard that little intermezzo. I have the ears of an owl, you know.
We're very sorry, Bubo. I'm sure she'll come back.
Of course she'll come back. She loves me. I don't know why. And she's afraid that I'll drink myself to death once she's gone for good.
She's not wrong about that.
What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
We're here for some information. Then we'll be out of your hair. I mean, feathers.
Who cares? So what do you want? And be quick about it.
Ok. Donc... le bracelet.
What do you know about this wristband, Bubo?
Zip said they gave these to patients in hospitals. That's why we came back to you.
Something similar, yes, but not exactly the same. And what?
Zut, cliquez trop vite.
Well, what do you think? Where's this from?
How the hoot would I know, Sonny? What am I, some kind of psychic? That I put my hands on it and tell you?
Okay, let's try another approach.
Ok. Je sais pas ce que c'est. Donc un cadre avec un bracelet.
Wessler's men were looking for Zip so hard.
I don't. How should I know? Why should I care?
He had to hide a body. The body of someone Wessler killed. The wristband is from the corpse.
Really?
That rang a bell, old owl.
Well, boys, if I'm right, you're in deep shit.
That's more like it.
Tell us, Bubo.
So, Wessler, the wristband, and a corpse, huh? It looks very much like I know the connection. Or at least I have a hunch.
Out with it, Owlface.
Okay, don't peck me, chickens. Hobart Ibn Wessler has a
Il
relative
refait des sons.
who happens to be a resident at an insane asylum. The band is very likely from there.
Wait, a relative? What kind of relative?
Yeah. You don't know? I thought you were the detectives. Anyway, Ibn Wessler has a twin brother.
What? Un frère jumeau maintenant? Oh là là.
Albert Wessler.
You put it together very skillfully, Marty. Yes, Albert Wessler. He's a madman kept in solitary confinement.
Do you think he's the corpse? But why?
Albert, le deuxième Wessler.
How the hell should I know that?
Thanks, Bubo. If what you told us is true, then this time we'll owe you one.
Will wonders never cease?
Ok, donc ici on va apprendre un peu plus sur ce Albert.
Which asylum do you mean, Bubo?
It's got some fancy long name. I don't remember, but I have a brochure.
A brochure?
Thanks, Bubo.
Well, here it is. Let there be peace forever. Mental institution for ill and damaged minds. Quite a big fool.
Where can we find it? I've never heard of it.
It's a good 6-hour drive from Clawville. Maybe more. But you'll find everything in the brochure.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful.
Whew, finally? Now get your chicken scratchers out of here while I'm asking nicely. Just one more thing.
What's that, Bubo?
It's always bigger than we think, Bubo. We're used to
Ah, je commence à avoir les doigts ankylosés. Je clique 2 fois.
Ibn Wessler never loved and respected anyone in his life like he did his brother Albert.
En espérant que Ibn ne soit pas en fait Albert. Effectivement.
So what?
Then the problem's bigger than we thought. A cornered rat bites.
Well, thanks for worrying about us, Doc. But there's no way back from here. Too far, too late.
Non. Pas ce repose-poignet.
We're like hounds, old man. Once we've caught someone's leg, we never let it go.
Ooh, not while you're alive, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, goodbye then, fellas. And I wouldn't mind if you never visited me again.
The pleasure was all ours, Doc.
Donc effectivement, je sais pas si je peux lui poser des petites questions. Ah, si. Sur Zip.
Should I be surprised or what? I knew it was him.
Yeah, we knew you knew.
What did that old raccoon do this time?
Ibn was blackmailing him with something. That's what we wanted to ask you. Do you know anything about it?
I don't care about Wessler's dealings, Sonny. I patch up whoever winds up here, and I don't care if they're cops or gangsters.
Yeah, or gangster cops.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, brother. Say, Bubo, about Ursula.
What about her?
Well, that's just it. What if she's not coming back? I'm a little worried about you, Doc. And you know that's not my style.
Well, don't worry, boys. The wind's blowing, the sun's shining.
And Ursula always comes back.
Exactly. There are things in the universe that are unchangeable.
Touching, but you should be prepared for the worst. I thought Molly was coming back too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I trust Ursula, Sonny. What else can I do?
Well, to be honest, that's all you can do.
Ok. Eh bien, je suppose que nous allons pouvoir aller ailleurs. Ah, attendez. Quelque chose dans mon inventaire. Pourquoi j'ai le petit 1? Ah oui.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful.
Mental Institution for Ill and Damaged Minds. We are waiting for you. Call us. Du coup, où est-ce qu'on doit aller? Le kiosque de Mullen. On est déjà allé ici.
What the wind of the sea dragged in. Our girlfriend in the flesh.
can't believe it. Is this guy everywhere?
The gull sees farthest who flies highest, Marty.
Yeah, that guy's never given up, that's clucking sure.
Ho ho! Is that the chicken police?
Hello, Hercule. Good to see you here.
I'm always here, lads.
The sun shines, the rain falls, and Hercule Mullins sells newspapers.
Just like that, Martin.
Listen, Hercule.
Wait, sonny boy. Let me guess. Maybe, I don't know. Ah, I got it. You need some information.
You guessed, Uncle. How did you do that?
Years of practice, sonny boy. Now, tell me, lads, what's the matter?
We're just...
On n'a pas encore vu de loutre.
Uncle Mullen. You know us.
You just can't sit still in your asses, can you? It's all right. So, tell me, what would you like to know? Uncle Mullen helps where he can.
Thanks, old pal.
Ok, donc ça c'est quelqu'un à qui je peux parler, mais bon, ça n'a pas l'air d'être vraiment maintenant qu'il va falloir le faire. Donc il voulait que je retourne à l'hôtel.
We had to gather ourselves, take a deep breath, and think over what we knew so far. What the chickens had I got myself into? What had I dragged Marty into? Moreover, what had we pulled the whole city into? This was going to be one of those cases that changed things forever. But I wasn't worried about myself. It didn't matter to me. Too many pieces had been plucked off this old rooster. But Marty's different. He's too good of a bird and too good of a cop to end up like me.
A secret twin brother? Sonny, I'm starting to feel like we're really in a detective novel. A cheap one.
Yeah, but listen, Marty.
What is it, Boss Bird?
Le quatrième mur est brisé.
I think it's best if we go our separate ways.
What? Are you joking? I know you have a weak sense of humor, but there's a limit to everything.
I'm not joking, Marty.
Well, I certainly hope you are.
Whatever comes next, you don't need to be mixed up in it. You have someone to go home to.
Gosh damn it, Sonny. Can you hear yourself? What do you think? I endured all this to give up now? What do you take me for? No, pal. You're not getting rid of me so easily.
I just want you to keep your career and your life intact, you moron. Just accept it, shake my hand, and go home. Your wife, Laura's waiting for you.
One more word, Sonny, and I swear I'm gonna bash your beak in. I risked my life more than once tonight. You know why?
No. Why?
Because we're a team. We have been a team for almost a decade. I don't care what Blood Boil says or whatever's on a goddamn piece of paper. We're the chicken police, Sonny. And we always will be.
C'est beau.
I'm sorry. You're right.
We're gonna go to that insane asylum and wrap this shit up fast and clean. Yeah, just like you said, even if it kills us.
Thanks, Marty. Without you, I'd most likely already be sleeping the big sleep.
Birds of a feather flock together, right?
Like you say, partner.
Let's drop this before you start crying on me, okay?
I hope not.
You almost just did.
Clock off, Marty.
That's the spirit. The Sonny I know and hate.
Ok. Donc, partant de là, j'imagine qu'il faut qu'on fasse le point. La police, effectivement, personne n'y a pensé encore, mais c'est tellement évident. C'est la police. Pourquoi ces jeux de mots me font tant rire?
What? You care what I think? You must have hit your head pretty bad.
Vraiment excellent.
Stop fooling around, Marty. I'm serious. So what do you think about everything?
Well, I think we're in deep shit. But to be honest, Ibn Wessler is in deeper shit.
Do you think he really murdered his brother? But why? And what does it have to do with Natasha and the threats?
Doesn't add up yet. Something's missing. Let's visit the institution and try to find out what we can about this Albert Wessler fella.
Exactly. If he's the dead body, we've got to know what the motive was. If we can't, and if he's still alive, we gotta ask him directly.
And what do you think, Sonny?
I think Ibn, Albert, and Natasha are the three key players in this case, and that all of it has something to do with the brothel.
And the fact that Natasha used to be a... courtesan?
Yeah, that too.
Listen, Sonny, about Molly.
Oh, just forget it, Marty, okay? She's not part of my life anymore. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Forget it. Let's concentrate on the case, and on making it out alive, and helping Natasha, too.
Whatever you say, Boss Bird. So you think Natasha's really in danger?
It could be, or she could even be behind everything.
No, you don't believe that.
I'm not sure what I believe, Marty. Let's see. Things got mixed up at the brothel.
Ok. Donc, où allons-nous? Au niveau des suspects, je suppose que Ibn est suspect. Et que nous avons une sorte d'indice attaché à tout ça. Non, c'est pas lié à son frère. Si. Pas encore, donc c'est un peu trop tôt. Ah, le secret de Natasha, j'imagine, oui. Les choses se sont embrouillées à la maison close. Iban a découvert que Natasha était un agent secret de Zaywas pendant tout ce temps. Natasha était une courtisane autrefois. Iban essayait de garder son secret. Natasha travaillait dans la maison close et Zaywas voulait garder le secret parce qu'elle est avec Iban. Natasha était la maîtresse de Zip et Iban le sait. Ok, on peut, je pense, exclure le D. Par contre, pour les autres, le premier est pas délirant. Natasha travaille dans la maison close et Zaywas voulait garder le secret parce qu'elle était avec Iban. Je sais pas. Est-ce qu'on peut essayer ça? Non, c'est pas ça. Je pense que c'est ça. Donc c'est Iban essayer de... Iban, il est banquier. Oh mon dieu. Ok, Iban essaie de garder le secret, ça admettons. Mais quel rapport avec tout le reste du coup? C'est des objets que je peux mettre? Oui. Donc c'est un rapport avec le bracelet. Zip s'est occupé du corps et a gardé le bracelet.
Somebody died for that secret. Zip hid the body, but he kept the wristband.
Pour le moment, je vois pas vraiment comment le frère en fait vient s'insérer dans tout ça. Donc.
Who could it belong to?
Donc le.
The dead body was almost certainly Albert Wessler, a resident of an insane asylum. But why did he have to die?
Mais surtout, pourquoi Ibn a caché le corps de son propre frère? C'est là que je comprends pas. Bon. Effectivement, tout ceci est très mystérieux.
Okay, so the picture is more or less clear. Ibn's got his brother killed because he learned Natasha worked in a brothel.
Juste pour ça? Mais apparemment tout le monde est au courant en plus d'après ce qu'a dit Bubo. Ça colle
No,
tellement
that
pas.
could be the case, but I believe the roots go deeper than that.
Ouais, pour moi, ouais, c'est...
Which we'd only learn if we talk to him. I mean, if the corpse isn't him, because then we'd need a medium.
Oui, effectivement.
Which would
On
be
va commencer
exciting,
par là.
but maybe it's enough if we ask the doctor who treated him.
That too, yeah. But where's the fun in that?
Ok.
Okay, so the picture is more or less clear. Ibn's...
No, that could be the case.
Non, ça on l'a déjà eu. Alors, comme je peux pas sortir, ça veut dire qu'il faut que... Ah non, il faut peut-être que j'appelle la... Eh oui. 555-966. Eh bien, c'est parti. Ah, ça se voit que c'était un jeu vidéo. Dans la vraie vie, il m'aurait fallu des jours et des jours pour passer ce genre d'appel. Ah. Pas de réponse. Attends, c'était bien 555-966. Oui. Donc ça n'a pas répondu.
Okay, so the picture is more or
Non,
less
mais, ok.
clear. So where exactly is this place?
A few hours' drive from here, in the middle of nowhere. It's a creepy old mansion. Of course.
You think it's a good idea
Je
to
pensais
go?
qu'on aurait juste pu appeler en
What if
fait.
it's a trap?
Bon.
I told you, you can still go back.
Huh, wouldn't you love that? No such luck, boss. If I get killed or locked up forever in an insane asylum, that's gonna be on you.
Thanks, pal. I deserve that.
Ok, je dois toujours lui poser des questions sur quelque chose.
What do you think happened to the corpse?
Probably been eaten. Horrible to think about, but even if half of what they say about the hive is true, starvation, riots, arson, predation.
You're telling me. Makes my feathers stand on end when I think about what goes on in there. And we pretend we don't know about it. As if Roachtown isn't even part of Clawville.
This won't end well. I'm afraid soon Clawville's gonna burn once again, and because of its own foolishness.
Well, that's if another meat war doesn't break out first, 'cause then the whole wilderness will burn.
Lovely prospects, eh?
Either way, it was a damn clever move for Wessler to hide the body in Roachtown.
It's the only place no one will ever find it.
Like the belly of a burning ship.
Oh, I think that was an intentional red herring.
Sounds about right. You still trust her?
I never trusted her, Marty.
I mean, you believe her?
I'm sure she was honestly afraid. People don't fake it that easy. But I can understand why she didn't tell us about her former profession.
Or how she knows Molly.
Yeah, that too. And the death of Deborah complicated things even more.
Hey, Sonny, she didn't seduce you, right? I mean, Natasha.
Ah, don't be stupid, Marty. My old ticker hasn't been beating for a long time. Not that way, anyway.
Yeah, all right, boss. Who'd have thought? I believed that little rat. I thought he'd changed. Idiot.
There's a point when it's too late to change, Marty. His past caught up with him. Whatever he did since then doesn't matter.
Not much.
Exactly. And that's the case with us, too. That's why I won't back down. Even though a voice in my head is screaming right now, leave it all to hell and have another drink.
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should.
Ok.
Okay, so the picture is more or less clear.
Ça, tu l'as déjà dit. Bah, le jeu s'attend quand même à ce que je fasse quelque chose. Mais...
It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure. You could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised?
A stack of papers. Just looking at...
You know, I thought about it multiple times that you might be Meredith H.
We've met her on a number of occasions, Marty. Remember? Her real name?
Maybe Susie's just an actress you hired.
You've read too much of that cheap garbage, Marty. There's no conspiracy theory. Susie's just a money-hungry little dame who made a fortune off of us. That's all.
Yeah, you're disappointing.
I know.
Ok, très bien tout ça, mais du coup... Qu'est-ce qu'on attend de moi?
You finally proved useful.
Je pensais que c'était vraiment le numéro de téléphone, 555-966, mais ça déclenche rien. Là, on reparle des mêmes choses. Est-ce que vous voyez quelque chose d'évident que j'ai pas fait? C'est pas 100% clair. Essayons de voir un peu dans notre carnet à indices. Oui. Ça, d'accord. D'accord. Donc, je peux pas quitter l'endroit, donc c'est qu'il y a forcément quelque chose que je dois faire. Il me dit les mêmes choses. Ah, je peux toujours retenter. 5. 5, 5, 9, 6 et 6. Ah, ça s'est passé. Le jukebox, Kuro, le jukebox. Je sais pas trop, sinon je regarderai par la fenêtre pour me faire tirer dessus, ça avance ce scénario. Non, bah du coup là le numéro de téléphone il répond, donc il fallait que je vide la stack de dialogue de l'autre perso pour que ça se déclenche. Ouais. Ok, bon, je vous ai appelé que la personne est éternelle. C'est ce nom d'hôpital psychiatrique, c'est...
Well, I'd like to inquire about a patient who I believe is being treated at your institution. His name is Albert Wessler.
Sorry, sir, but I can't give out that information if you don't have the password given to relatives.
Un mot de passe. D'accord.
Unfortunately, I don't have that. I'm not a relative. I'm calling from the Clawville Police Department.
Oh, I see. In that case, officer, I'd advise you to visit our institution personally. Our director and I would be happy to answer.
Évidemment.
Thank you, miss. I guess I'll do that.
We'll welcome you with open arms, sir. Have yourself a beautiful, starlit night.
Ce dialogue.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Ok, je vois qu'il n'y a pas que Bubo qui volait de la morphine.
So,
we have to go there.
Ah, the thought gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps aren't good enough for you?
Ha ha ha.
Quoi, je peux encore pas me déplacer? Non, mais c'est terrible. Je dois reparler.
So, I get the couch?
It'd be better if I called Lewis. He'll open up a room for you to sleep in.
Whew, great idea.
D'accord, donc il faut que j'appelle Louis. Ça tombe bien, je crois que j'ai son numéro quelque part. Lewis. 555932. Eh ben, on fait que téléphoner.
Hey, Lewis, it's me again.
Oh, hello, Sonny. What's up?
Were you sleeping, pal?
Me? Oh, I wasn't. Anyway, I'm always at your service.
Would you open up a room for Marty?
Naturally, Sonny.
Thanks, Lewis. I'm not even gonna say it.
I will. You owe me one. Again.
Yeah.
Je sais pas pourquoi on lui... Lewis est quand même beaucoup trop aimable. Ah, du coup on peut se déplacer désormais à l'asile. Chapitre 4. Farewell, my lovely.
I slept like I used to sleep years ago. Like a miner or a soldier. Empty. Dead tired.
Elle était peut-être pas si loin de la vérité, Nausicaa.
My darling little daughter. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't recall her face. I reached out to her, but she just kept getting further and further away. Then I saw Molly. But she wasn't real. Just the ghost of a memory. I'm here, I cried. But all I heard was laughter. Not hers. Who's there? Suddenly, she appeared. Natasha. Just stood there laughing. But her eyes were cold. Then she said something. Painted red. Painted red. Painted red. That was just a dream, Sonny. Nothing more. I looked at Marty and I saw the same thing in his eyes as he probably saw in mine. It's time to hit the brakes, to turn back, go home and forget about all of this. Of course, I stepped on the gas instead. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything good, but this...
Ooh, just like a horror movie.
I was thinking the same.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Let's hope so.
Ah oui. C'est effectivement assez délabré. Fresque bizarre. Oh, c'est le roi.
This picture...
It's very...
special?
Even if you manage to escape, there's nothing but hills and forests for 100 miles.
Gas, 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 step on the gas. What? Oh.
Imagine how many poor lunatic ghosts must haunt those woods.
Ooh, Sonny, you're creeping me out.
Avec les petits hurlements en fond là. C'est pas mal.
This guy seems strangely familiar to me.
You don't say. You've been treated here too.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm serious. Take a closer look.
No.
Well?
No, it can't be. Are you telling me it's him? M.B. Davis himself?
I'm sure of it, pal. It seems the gossip was true. The eternal king of jazz in a madhouse.
Oh, no, no, no. The poor devil.
Okay.
Of all the great wild ones.
Ah, ok. Ce visuel.
Greetings, miss.
Is it really you?
Well, yes.
Yes, it really is you. The chicken police.
I'm afraid so.
Of all that's furry and plumey, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Miss, we'd like to ask...
Please, don't be scared. I'm just really, really really excited. You know, I've read every book about you and your adventures.
Mes yeux sont ici.
I even collected newspaper articles when I was a little girl.
Indeed.
You can't imagine what an honor it is to meet you in person.
We really...
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Take a deep breath, Miranda. Take a deep breath.
Are you okay, miss?
Yes, I am. I just needed some air. So, dear detectives, Santino and Martin, what can I do for you?
Well, miss, we have some questions, if you don't mind.
I'd love to answer all of your questions, detectives.
Creepy fans. Ok, posons quelques questions.
What can you tell us about this place?
Our institution was standing even before the Great Meat War, and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital. Since then, we're relentlessly working on treating injured minds under the leadership of Dr. Quetzal, the famous specialist.
The place seems pretty empty. Do many people work here?
We have 32 residents and 7 nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff, and, of course, the heart and soul of our institution, Dr. Quetzal himself.
I see. Now, this Dr. Quetzal, is he the director here?
Exactly. Director, scientist, researcher, patron, and doctor. And even a friend.
Quite a guy.
He certainly is.
Dr. Cesius Quetzalcoatl.
So who is this Dr.
Okay.
Quetzal exactly?
Dr. Quetzal avec un colt.
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
Psycho what?
Unraveling the mind. It's the most crucial mission of the century, Mr. McChicken.
That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet other important persons?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, like Mr. Hobart Wessler, for example.
Ah, yes. That's something you should ask the doctor himself, but unfortunately, I don't think he has time right now.
He's swamped, is he?
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. He is very, very, very busy. All the time.
I thought so. What can you say about this, miss? Have you seen anything like it?
Of course. Our residents wear these for identification. But how did you come by it? They only wear them inside the institution.
Ok, donc on a trouvé d'où vient le corps, a priori.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents. But I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you more due to regulations.
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us, the Chicken Police.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Miranda, this case is a matter of life and death. Lives are in your hands.
Oh, cette manipulation.
All right. All right. I'll do it. Albert Wessler. The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Pom, pom, pom.
Figures. Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget this.
Please, don't make me blush. And don't tell anyone you heard it from me.
Oh, we won't. I promise.
So when can we talk to Mr. Wessler?
Il a disparu.
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you.
We should go to reception first.
Dr. Quetzal will see you.
Ah, ok.
He's waiting for you in his office. Up the stairs, all the way down the hall.
Donc ce cher Cessius, ça veut dire
What a
accepte de nous
surprise.
rencontrer.
It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all the doors are open.
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but do you think Albert is in danger?
Danger? What do you mean?
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared, and we're really worried.
I see. We don't know yet, miss, but let's hope for the best.
Great wild ones protect him.
Where is he?
No idea, Marty.
The smell of all that's furry. I'll never get used to it.
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty. They feel
Okay.
exactly the same about us.
Exactly.
Great wild ones, you scared the hell out of me.
I already sensed your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell, and birds used to be our prey once upon a time.
Well, yeah. Luckily, we're living in civilized times.
Très très belle entrée en matière.
Okay. Please take a seat. How can I help you?
Ah, le vor. Ok. Même son bureau est creepy.
Your office is rather Puritan. Simple.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yes. I can't let my mind wander from my work. I only keep what's essential in my office.
I see. That makes sense.
Okay.
Why do you have bars on your windows?
Because it's a room like all the others, and I'm just an animal too, like all our residents.
With the significant difference of you being a doctor and not a patient, am I right?
It's not as big of a difference as you'd think.
Tout va bien. Tout ceci n'est pas du tout creepy. On peut
An isle of reason in a sea of insanity.
Insanity is such a strong word, and it's mostly an abstract idea. Where does insanity start, and how long is one not insane? Interesting questions. Am I normal, or are you? Maybe neither of us.
You see, that's something I think about a lot nowadays.
If you like, I can give you an appointment.
Oh, this is your chance, Sonny. Don't miss it. We're already here.
Marty, clock up.
Ok. Tout ceci est fort creepy.
To be honest, gentlemen,
Je vais faire du RP-Vor avec lui.
a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
What an introduction.
Please forgive me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of things. How very rude of me. My name is Dr. Cessius Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal to keep it simple.
The name is Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken,
From the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department. Your fame is one step ahead of you.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
We have some questions about one of your patients, if you don't mind. We'd like to talk to him, if that's possible.
Please be specific, Detective.
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake and chicken sounds any better.
Very funny, I must say. Just what I expected from you two detectives.
Ah, j'ai oublié d'ajouter un DSR.
We know
Stop.
you know it's about Albert Wessler.
Stop.
Ibn Wessler's secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously opened. That's what we call a bullseye.
Well, yes. Why should I deny it? We're talking about a rather illustrious patient here, who's also a very particular medical case.
Now, that's much more interesting. So, are you willing to talk about him?
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you
Stop,
are
silly Shiro.
I have no reason not to talk to you. Of course, I'm at your service. But you must understand, I can't disclose information about my patients.
Not even if it's a matter of life and death?
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, Detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind, not the body.
Still, I'd like to give the impossible a try.
Please, Detective, just do your job, and I'll do mine.
Ok, donc je peux lui poser des questions. Je suppose que je vais pouvoir l'interroger même.
How long was Albert a resident of the institution?
For quite some time. His first symptoms surfaced in his teens. Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it. That's the reason our institution stands out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because animals would rather hide what they're afraid to face.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't exceptionally wealthy.
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Gratis.
Then how do you sustain yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector III, of course.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
What kind of a place is this exactly? I assume it wasn't built as an insane asylum.
It used to be a mansion. Construction started during the occupation in 622. Then it stood empty for almost a century, until finally it went to the crown of Clawville when Hector's great-grandfather took the throne. The rest is history.
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years, but it's been in my family's possession for almost 150 years.
So if I count correctly, as soon as it went to the crown, it was seized by your family.
That's almost accurate, Mr. Featherland.
What a lovely inheritance.
Ok, je vois que je peux l'interroger.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to my advantage. I just need to focus on the strangest pieces of the puzzle.
Ok, donc on part quand même assez négativement.
So when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him, arrived here almost exactly 4 years ago.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It was not long after New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows.
Un peu trop spécifique.
Power was going out for short periods of time.
What was your first impression of them?
I already knew the Wessler name. I knew who they were. Or at least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler. He was famous. Gangster, moneylender, celebrity, lover.
And Albert?
He was new to me, an invisible gray ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Why?
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how it usually is.
What was your first impression of him?
He was silent, but observed everything that surrounded him. His eyes were constantly moving, never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so. It seemed to me that he wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Of course I did, but who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
Okay.
What kind of special treatment did Albert get?
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy, I guess.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course. So in what way did he receive more than the others?
Basically, we don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough prior assessment. In the case of Albert, we put that aside.
So you didn't even know if he had anything wrong with him?
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
How did you see Albert when you first met?
Albert was shy and reserved, like a ghost. He almost never touched anything. It was evident he was exceptionally intelligent. He measured and observed everything around him.
What else?
He was delicate and graceful, almost like a woman. Yes, he was rather feminine. He was an artist, Mr. Featherland, a magnificent painter, and rather good writer, too. Sometimes I even heard him sing.
And why did he have to be locked up?
I asked the same thing at first.
Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities?
We found out very quickly that there was no other reason for the cause of his seizures. He had a cold and calculating personality who sometimes, especially on stormy days, took the reins over their shared mind.
He had these seizures from the beginning.
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left our institution for the first time.
He did what? Left the institution? More than once?
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on several occasions until the last time, when he failed to come back.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that if I want to get closer to the truth. Focus. Addicted to details.
Okay.
When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time?
It was about 2 years ago. Mr. Hobart Wessler appeared and demanded we let his brother go free. Naturally, we obliged. We had no idea if we'd ever see him again.
But you did.
He returned the same day. Albert was ecstatic. He was unrestrained. I could almost say happy.
That was unusual for him?
I had never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland. He just smiled and stared at the empty wall for hours.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did. Albert and I had a good relationship. He was working on a painting for his brother.
Was it a painting of a lovely lady cat?
Oh, exactly. So you already knew about that?
Yes, Dr. Quetzal, I've seen it.
Ok.
Has Albert ever talked to you about Natasha?
Donc il a peint Natacha. Est-ce que ça pourrait être le tableau dont on a un morceau?
Only in
Enfin, est-ce qu'il aurait pu peindre le tableau dont on a un morceau?
Talking about a real person, but an ethereal being, about an angel or a demon, something that is not of this world.
And what did you think about his fantasies?
We are in an institution where almost everyone is hallucinating on a daily basis, Mr. Featherland. It didn't really bother me, but the fluctuations of positive and negative were more disturbing.
Thanks, Doc. I didn't understand a word, but I think I get the point. So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like a different person. But unfortunately, his seizures also multiplied and became more dangerous.
More dangerous?
Albert was hurting himself. And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed his confined personality was taking over their shared mind entirely, piece by piece.
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the painting, Mr. Featherland.
But its subject.
Exactly. He was obsessed. Right until that fateful day when he returned to us for the last time.
Et du coup, est-ce que la dernière fois, il n'aurait pas remplacé son frère?
What exactly happened that day, Doctor?
It wasn't Hobart who brought his brother back that day, but two of his gorillas. Not literally, I mean. And Albert was in a terrible, terrible state.
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk about that, Mr. Featherland.
It could be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
Oh, you're right. There's no use turning back now. So, Albert's tongue was torn out, or cut off, I don't know exactly, and he was blinded in one eye, or rather, one of his eyes was missing entirely.
So you're saying Albert was brought back horribly mutilated?
Yes. And they didn't give any explanation as to what had happened. They simply told me it was some kind of accident.
Ouais, c'est une théorie plausible, ça, en fait. Albert se débarrasse de son frère la dernière fois. Et du coup, le renvoie mutilé à l'hôpital. Et le fait tuer plus tard. Bizarre. Bon, on va voir où ça nous mène tout ça.
Old and professional, but he's also very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must exploit his vulnerability if I want to learn everything about Albert. Focus.
Ok.
You didn't believe Albert had an accident, is that right?
J'ai eu une coupure d'internet, il a dit quoi? J'étais au début de l'interrogatoire. Mais en fait, il nous a parlé du frère de d'Ibn. qui apparemment avait plusieurs personnalités. Et il a rencontré Natasha plusieurs fois pour faire une peinture de Natasha. Et grosso modo, apparemment, à chaque fois qu'il revenait à l'hôpital, une de ses personnalités était de plus en plus présente. Il l'a décrit comme froide et calculatrice. Et du coup, j'étais en train de me demander si justement à un moment, cette personnalité n'avait pas pris le total contrôle et échangé. Et donc si Albert n'avait pas envoyé son frère Hobart dans l'hôpital, surtout s'il était mutilé. Du coup, un changement de voix ou de trucs comme ça aurait pas vraiment pu être vu. Bon. On va voir.
Of course not. I'm not naive. I knew immediately that Albert had been severely battered, and I was sure it had been his brother, Hobart.
Mais du coup, c'est bizarre après l'échange d'envoyer Hobart à l'hôpital psychiatrique pour le tuer plus tard. Ça, c'est pas logique. Mais bon.
Well, we don't know that, Dr. Quetzal.
Would you defend a monster?
Take it easy, Doc. One of the most critical elements of my job is not to make assumptions.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Featherland. I'm sorry I got carried away.
It's all right. Happens to everyone.
Ah, j'ai perdu des points.
Concentrate, Doctor. What do you think happened to Albert?
I'm sure it was Hobart. He ordered his men to mutilate poor Albert.
But why would he do that?
Maybe Albert saw something he could accidentally reveal.
To whom? The four walls? A couple of crazies? You?
To anyone, Mr. Featherland.
I don't think it's that simple, Doctor. But thank you for your honest opinion.
You're welcome, Detective.
What happened then? How did Albert disappear?
A few weeks
J'avais pas vu le jeu de mots avec Ibuprof.
to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then. We even had to transfer him to another cell, a more safe one.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watched his brother, who was in an almost vegetative state by then.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing. For a while, he was trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And most likely his fingers had been broken too, so he couldn't even write.
Ah oui, pas parler, pas écrire, oui, du coup...
You think Hobart could have killed Albert?
It's horrible to say it, but I'm sure of it.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone come for him?
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland. He simply disappeared. His door, which only I had a key for, was open.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated the staff, even the patients. He simply vanished off the face of the wilderness. We don't know what happened to him.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch. Thank you, Doctor. You've been a great help.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help. But please, I now must attend to my work.
We understand, Doctor. Thank you.
Bon, j'ai pas été très focus non plus. Flic correct seulement. Ok. Je pense que je lui ai un peu tout demandé.
That's quite shocking information.
I think you understand why we kept it a secret. If it wasn't for Mr. Wessler's demand, we'd never let any of our patients walk freely outside our institution.
Then the accident happened.
Accident? Ha! We didn't believe it, not for a second. After Albert came back to us, horribly mutilated, he was different.
Different how?
If someone got one of his eyes poked out and his tongue torn out, he'd be different, but not like this. Albert was a different person.
We believe you, Doctor. So, can we take a look at Albert's cell?
I'd rather call it his room. Mr. Wessler lived in exceptional circumstances.
Thanks to the Wessler name, I guess.
Yes. Well, we try to make all of our patients stay as comfortable as possible, but Albert certainly enjoyed special favoritism.
I hope you don't mind if we take a look around in there.
That's not going to bother anyone.
Well, that's, surprising.
I've never seen a cell like this before, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind living here myself.
It seems that being a Wessler gets you privileges.
And a healthy dose of danger.
Mostly that, yeah. Let's take a good look around. I'm sure we'll find some answers here. I can almost smell them.
Well, I smell paint, ink, plaster, some kind of oil, aging paper, slight smell of rat, and great expectations.
What the dickens?
Unmistakable. Yeah.
This place is bad for you, pal. But if you've already jump-started your beak holes, then sniff out the solution.
I'm on it, Boss Bird.
Effectivement, c'est mignon. À part peut-être les peintures, faudrait refaire, mais bon. Fresque glauque.
No way. Is this some kind of puzzle?
I don't think so. But we could still find something important here. A pattern, a sign, anything.
Donc, nous avons des yeux, une petite voiture, des chiffres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ça ressemble à une séquence. Nous avons un chacha qui pleure ou qui a le nez en sang, on sait pas trop. Avec un chapeau infini. Oui. Là, s'il y a un sens caché. Ah, nous avons une dame renard ici, a priori. S'il y a un sens caché, je ne le vois pas. Il y a des yeux. Mais quelle peut bien être la suite? Alors, ok. Eh bien... Ah! For a handful of waffles. Alors... de petites choses.
Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman. 2 men and 1 woman. Nothing good ever comes of that.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
Of all the wild ones, Marty, please, stitch up your beak, okay?
Just use your imagination, old bird.
Ouais, je suis persuadé qu'effectivement, il a changé son frère.
Scribbles, newspaper articles, study papers, poems, perfect chaos.
Just like the troubled mind of a troubled fella.
Yeah, but there's still a kind of order in it. It's just too intricate for you to comprehend.
If you say so, boss.
Look at that, a letter.
Donc nous avons récupéré une lettre. 2 objets même. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ah oui.
Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman.
I know I don't exist.
Albert was madly in love with Natasha and would have done anything for her. I'm afraid he did exactly that.
I have to get out of here to become one with my destiny and one with you. Oui, mais c'est sûr qu'il a remplacé.
What do you make of this?
Apart from the fact the guy was totally insane? I don't know. What should I?
That maybe we've been chasing the wrong person all this time, Marty.
What do you mean?
Everything will be revealed.
Why do you have to be so melodramatic all of a sudden?
If I'm right, this'll
Ah,
flip
il
the
a
whole
compris.
case upside down.
What's that, Sonny? A blurb from some horrible novel?
I just have to think things through before I come to any hasty conclusions, Marty.
Ugh, you're killing me. So, what now? Where to?
Back to Clawville, where we can finally put all the pieces together.
You're driving me crazy. But all right, let's go home.
Okay.
Farewell, Miranda, dear. Lovely to meet you.
So, you'll remember my name?
Marty McChicken never forgets, ma'am.
Oh.
Furry gods. Let's go. Goodbye, miss. It was a pleasure.
Goodbye, gentlemen, and happy investigating.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
If there's anything I can help you with, please just ask.
Thank you, Miranda. You've already helped enough.
Ok. Eh bien... Ah, cinématique. Encore eux.
My car won't last much longer.
Don't worry, Sonny. I was born to do this.
Ah, encore une phase de shoot. Ah. Bon, je crois qu'on va se faire défoncer.
Are you blind or what? Where did you learn to shoot?
Ah, je pense que je suis mort. S'il te plaît, cache-toi quand il tire. Ah, tu penses? Tu penses que c'est juste ça?
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Ah ouais, oui, c'est... D'accord, j'ai la vie de la voiture et la vie du poulet. Oh là là, je suis nul. C'est moi qui arrive pas à lire l'interface en fait. En fait, c'est super facile. Je joue comme une merde. Ah.
Are you blind or what? Where did you learn to shoot?
Ah, il manque une balle. Ok. Voilà, c'est effectivement.
Well, that was close.
J'ai cru que la barre de vie était liée à celle de la voiture en fait. Ah là là. Quel boomer.
A little too close for my taste, and it only strengthens my belief. Wessler is desperate. He knows if we survive, he's done for.
Well, come on, what did you work out? Will you tell me already?
Sure. Let's put the picture together, piece by piece. Let's start from the beginning. So, we got a case.
Ok. Non, je dois mettre un suspect, donc c'est Ibn. Non. Fichtre, donc c'est Natasha. D'accord. Fatal Love. Ah non, je dois mettre un objet. Lettre d'amour. Non, pas encore. Donc plutôt... Non? Zut. Le tableau? D'accord. Natacha a essayé de nous cacher... Non, Natacha a tenté de nous montrer le tableau. Ouais, c'était ça qu'elle voulait nous montrer. Et du coup, on en a retrouvé qu'une partie. Donc maintenant, ce qui nous amène effectivement à la lettre d'amour ou à ça. Voilà, aux jumeaux. Voilà. En fait, à un moment dans l'enquête, on a trouvé un morceau de tableau déchiré. Non, on a trouvé un morceau de tableau déchiré en fait, sur lequel il y avait un peu de rouge, et on pense que c'est un tableau qui représente Natacha et qui a été peint par Albert. Donc, Natacha voulait nous le montrer probablement pour qu'on comprenne, pour relier ça aux deux jumeaux ou pour je ne sais quelle raison, vu que je sais pas ce qu'il y a sur le tableau, ou pour nous montrer qu'il était fou amoureux d'elle. Bon. Du coup, là on a les jumeaux. Fatal Love, voilà. Donc. Which made Albert. Voilà. Exactement, il est tombé amoureux de Natacha. Il a tué Hobart, pris sa place. Et voilà. Ah bon, ça on l'avait bien deviné.
So what happens now?
The inevitable, Marty. We're going to the Wessler mansion to confront Ibn with the facts.
You mean Albert, right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Natasha.
Do you think
Alors, le problème, c'est que je sais pas si on est très loin de la fin. Du coup, Shiro, est-ce que tu peux vérifier? Parce que du coup, si je sais pas, s'il reste une petite demi-heure, on le finit. Sinon, peut-être une session une autre fois, quoi.
Something stinks, Marty.
Ça fait déjà 3h30.
Too many coincidences, right?
Well, after 10 years, you did learn something, didn't you?
9.
You're right.
Huh.
What?
You just laughed, Sonny.
What? No,
No, you laughed.
Ah, just leave it, Marty.
I'll be telling this to my grandchicks.
All right, pal, that's enough.
Okay. So, Albert fell madly in love with Natasha.
Il reste environ 1 heure.
To have her for himself.
And his best chance was to trade places with Ibn Wessler.
Ouais, du coup, on va peut-être arrêter là.
Yeah, Ibn couldn't squeal.
On finit ce dialogue et puis je pense qu'on va arrêter là.
What a diabolical plan.
More like insane.
But why the messages then? Why the threats? Albert got what he wanted. He could have got away with it.
I'm not a psychologist, Marty, but remember what the doctor told us. Albert has a seriously injured mind.
C'est lui qui aura envoyé les menaces.
I think his two identities were at war with each other.
So the messages were written by one of his personalities, consumed by jealousy?
Something like that, Marty. But we can only learn the whole truth from him.
You're right. So, are we going or what?
We're going, Marty, to finally finish what we started.
Well, if there's anything you'd like to do before, do it now, boss. You won't have a chance later.
You're right, Marty. It's time to wrap everything up.
Ok. Du coup, là, je suis Je suis où en fait? Devant l'hôtel. Eh bien, je pense que l'on va s'arrêter là. J'ose espérer que le jeu va sauvegarder tout comme il faut. Hop. Donc je vais retourner au menu. Et donc oui, je pense que lors de la prochaine session, on pourra le finir. Mais c'était très sympa. Hein, bon, c'est un peu tiré par les cheveux comme scénario, mais bon, c'est quand même, c'était quand même assez intéressant. Ça se laisse regarder. Puis bon, j'aime beaucoup l'esthétique du jeu, il n'y a pas à dire. Ouais, c'est ce côté ouais, un peu découpage pur irréaliste. C'est vrai que ça marche bien avec le noir et blanc et tout. Voilà. Bon, eh ben, je vais vous laisser sur mon écran de fin avec cette jolie musique. Et puis bah, on finira la prochaine fois. À bientôt.